Hey, this is Kineer. Welcome to a live stream and a watch party. We're going to do a couple things. I'm going to start here early if you're tuning in early. Thanks for joining. I just caught this announcement over on Twitter. I'm not going to jump over to Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. They had just put out a update about Chapter 3. I don't know if they're going to show this at the start of their video, but I wanted to go ahead and jump in there, and I'm going to put it on this video. So we're going to watch it for a little while if there's anybody out there watching with me. It's going to be at the top end of my VOD if you're going to watch this later. Hey, Ripper, nice to see ya. But I'm going to go ahead and kick this thing in. I don't know. I need to make sure. Oh, they're doing this over here. I got to fix this because I don't really want this thing playing. There you go. That's good. We want this one to play. We're going to go ahead and kick this one in. Yeah, I have too many tabs open. I don't have that.
Chapter 3 is the biggest update.
Let's just watch it.
Dune Awakening yet.
This looks great.
Built endgame,
Looks
new maps,
absolutely great.
missions, testing stations, and much more.
Chapter 3.
Choose among the great houses.
And there's a
take
DLC
on
coming out next year,
Landsrad
too.
missions that will further your specialization.
Landsrad looks like it's completely
as a
reworked.
crafter, gatherer,
Specialties
explorer, fighter, or saboteur.
under skills.
10 new locations are available across the overland map, each
10
with
new
new
locations.
challenges. These include 5 new Imperial testing stations
New
with
stations?
scalable difficulty and rewards.
I'm going to have to go back and freeze that and watch that. Scalable difficulty.
Once you completed these challenges,
Nice base.
return to your base and craft
Look at that big
augments,
glass- is that a
a new
glass
way
wall or is
to
it just
upgrade
open?
your Tier 6 gear and progress in the endgame.
New gear
Dozens
modifications.
of augments are available for weapons
Augmentation.
and armors.
I like that.
Speaking of weapons,
That's great.
new
Oh.
dual blades provide
Dual
a
wield?
unique way to approach melee.
Not gonna lie.
The
Looks cool.
rapier, reborn, turns attack into defense in a single fluid motion.
Oh, look at that.
And from afar,
I wasn't laughing at you,
high
Ripper.
rocket smokes
I know what that
out
sleep schedule
those
problem can be like. I know how
who can hide.
to shift it around.
Peons, bondsmen, now familiar.
This says PvP arena, doesn't it?
The main story of Dune Awakening continues in Chapter 3 with
That's
the new
pretty exciting.
storyline. Infiltrate the arena in Neo-Carthag and fight in bloody gladiatorial battles.
Okay, we got 1 minute left.
The degenerate killer.
Then reunite with a familiar ally and descend into the heart of the smuggler domain.
The smuggler's domain?
Visitors here.
I don't know if that's just story or if that's
Chapter
the
3
faction, because
also
we're waiting on
launches
another
with a
faction.
DLC. This includes
Raiders
a
of the
full
Broken Lands.
74-piece smuggler building set,
That looks pretty
a
cool, too.
17-piece decoration set, 3 armor sets, and more. This is Dune Awakening.
Let's say paid cosmetic
Chapter
only.
3.
All right.
Rebuilt endgame, deeper systems,
Rebuilt
new
endgame.
missions, new weapons, and new ways to define your role.
They came in nameless. Now the pit carves their legend in blood.
Please stay tuned for more Chapter 3 details
It looks pretty cool.
See.
I'm with it.
on a rack.
Hold on, I'm going to pause that one. Raiders of the Broken Lands DLC content. This is the key. 74 smuggler building pieces. Smuggler, emotes, smuggler, raid buggy? Raider buggy? Just a variation. And then the free content. Main story continues. Chapter 3. Landsrad missions, 5 mission maps, testing stations, augments. So they're gonna. That's free. That's part of their faction ranks, faction rewards, and vehicle skins. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. That looks good. That looks very good. Let me see if I can get over here. Are these guys doing their thing? I'm gonna go double. Yeah, I'm gonna maximize that. I don't really want the chat over here because I don't think anybody's gonna say anything bad. But let's see if I can get caught up over here. All right, there we go. So there's 4 minutes left on that one. That's what I wanted to see there. So anyway, hey, welcome to the live stream. I just wanted to jump in here early. Who knows? They might kick this thing off and just play that video again. But I wanted to make sure I got that on the stream and I got to see that and watch that with anybody that was tuning in. It's pretty big. It feels like it's bigger than the last one we got. Like the DLC, like Chapter 2 and the DLC, the stuff that came out, Felt like there was a little bit at a time, not a lot. This looks like hopefully they're going to deliver on this. Although there are a set of patch notes I haven't gone through yet. I've gone through them, I've read them, but I haven't covered them on stream anywhere. And they're releasing the backup tool for bases and a bunch of other like smaller changes. But the backup tool is a pretty big deal. And, you know, that I think still means we are just, you know, moments away, figuratively speaking. Could be weeks, could be, you know, could be days, weeks, or whatever, from like full server transfers and the ability to kind of move around if you want to do that. So once they get all that stuff locked in, I think they're going to be prepared for the rest of this. So first quarter of 2026. And I think that's on the original roadmap too. Like if you bought the Ultimate or I think it's Deluxe and Ultimate that had the DLC with it, you got 4 DLC. One of them unlocked immediately, which was, I think it was just kind of cosmetics and things that you could build. The second one was the one we just got. And then this should be the third. And then there's another DLC before the second half of next year. So we got that going on too. So we have 2 more minutes on this. If I can switch over to this. This is patch 12.3 or 1.2.30. This just came out. This was like 2 days ago, right? So 2 days ago we had this patch that came out. Base reconstruction tool. Do have the sound going back there, right? Yeah, so I'll be able to go right back over to that video as soon as it starts, if we hear it start. That's what I care about. Observer building pieces. Also, if you're interested and you're watching on Twitch, I didn't check to make sure that my Twitch was up and running, but they've got new observer pieces that are out, and so those are going to be racking up on Twitch. So if you want to watch on Twitch sometime, watch on Twitch. Let me see if I have this up and running. I think once we're done with this today, I don't know how long this is going to run, but I may turn around and stream some more Dune later today, or I might. I still have got Fallout 76 on the queue and trying to get back into that because of the release of the video, which if you got to see it the other night was pretty cool. I liked it. Couldn't binge on it, but anyway. Back to Dune Awakening. We've got travel confirmation dialogue. Well, this is nice, yeah. So like if you know, we're not going to show up in the new cargo container's big, so now you can build a cargo container and transport with your carrier ornithopter. Probably finally a reason to build a carrier ornithopter in my book. Which should make that trip out to the deep desert a little easier. I started off pretty aggressively trying to go out there every single week and kept building bigger and bigger, and then I hit that wall like so many other people did, which is like it was 5, 6, 10 trips to get everything torn down and back, and it just started to become a real grind to get to the desert, to set up something big and bring it back, and and to transport it in the assault ornithopter. That was kind of a big deal. And I think I'm not alone in that. I think people hit that. I know we've been doing a fair amount of just base maintenance. You got to keep the place powered up, and it's starting to take a little bit of a toll. Not that there's been a lot of new content lately. There's plenty to do in the game. I still like it, but it felt like I was doing a lot of maintenance on there. Player should get dash. Okay, that's fine. Dampened sandcrawler treads. Okay, that's fine. So that's it. Those are the highlights. New features, base reconstruction tool. I'm gonna jump over here. Oh, they're going. Let's see what's up. Let's jump in, man. Let me know if the sound on there is too high, too low. Dasha.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another Dune Awakening live stream. It's our 6th, if I'm not mistaken, and it has been a while. Cool. I'm Natasha Rösli, Senior PR Manager here at Funcom, and I have the pleasure to be your host for tonight. So, we have a lot to go through. As I mentioned, it has been a while since our last live stream.
Yes.
But what's actually coming up, we see here on the site. We are going to talk about Endgame revamp. Very exciting part.
That's going to get a lot of people's attention.
Stream today. We're also going to talk about.
We'll see if the sad PvPers get better.
We're going to talk about the expansion or the extension of the main storyline, quality of life changes. We're going to talk about Raiders of the Broken Lands, which is the optional paid DLC that's coming out together with Chapter 3, and we also do a big Q&A in the end. We do something a little bit different now for today's stream because it's such a long stream and because we have quite big segments, quite exciting
I have no idea how long it's
we
going to
do
take.
a Q&A after each segment additionally as well. So if you have any questions, we will be collecting them from chat.
Maybe they told me
answer
in
them
advance,
for
but
the
I
specific
forgot.
segment. So keep in mind to have questions that are specifically for that segment and for that topic that we talked about. But then towards the end, we'll have a last Q&A to kind of collect some of the questions that we haven't answered previously. And we also have a giveaway at the very end of the stream. So don't start spamming chat too early or I'm coming back to your house. All right, but as I mentioned, it has been a while since we have done our last stream for Chapter 2. That's because we have been very busy behind the scenes. So let's take a quick look at all the updates that we've done to the game since then. You see here on the screen, there have been quite a lot of new things that have been added to the game for quality of life changes, additional content as well.
Base reconstruction
with
down here.
the last update as
Not a lot. That was the big
recently
one.
as 2 days ago, actually on Tuesday. That brought a few new really cool things as well. For one, we have the base reconstruction tool now in the game that gives you the opportunity to back up your base and then easily place it out again. So if you know you take a little break from the game, you have to go on vacation, you can actually use that tool. It should kind of relieve a little bit of the pain of coming back or taking a little break from the game for one reason or another.
I know in our guild we started
also
like
added
we started consolidating
which
some of our
helps you
larger bases
transport
into
lots of
smaller bases
material
so
and
that we
items
could be ready.
in one go. We are a ornithopter, which is actually really fun to do as well. Something really cool. And then if you haven't seen it, if you haven't updated your client 2 days ago or haven't done it yet, we also had a little surprise, a little thank you from us here at Funcom
Gifts of the Sands free
in,
pack.
The free pack, the Gift of the Sands free pack, which adds some really cool placeables for you to play around with. You can see here a strategy table, little miniatures that you can actually place. So something from us as a thank you.
And not a Christmas tree,
here,
but a tree.
Almost festive for the holiday season. So yeah, if you haven't
A holiday
updated clients,
tree.
do that, and you will automatically have all these items available
Those
to
look
you
fun.
in-game.
Although I don't know if those are skins or...
Then another thing that actually went out 2 days ago was
Good at darts.
regarding
I like
a community request that we had because some people might not have Twitch accounts. So it's actually now possible to buy older Twitch drops from in-game vendors at Harkonnen Village and Arrakis. So we did that as well. So obviously newer Twitch drops, new Twitch drops are actually live right now as well. All the Twitch drops are on those vendors, and as we get more and more Twitch drops, these will get added to those vendors as well. So right now the Twitch drops are actually completing the Observer building set for you. Also very exciting. Now,
okay, so if you missed any of the previous Twitch drops of Observer building set pieces, you can get those.
So Chapter 3 is around the corner, and it's our biggest and most exciting update to Dune Awakening to date. I think I speak for everyone here.
How close
we're
around the
excited
corner?
for you to experience and see this new content. Check it out. This update, this chapter has also been built with your feedback in mind. So we have been looking at feedback, we have been following discussions, and one thing was very clear, that you were really looking for more diverse and more interesting ways to specialize and progress your character after tier 6, like end game, late game. And also that you were looking for more content to do, of course, once you're in T6. So this update is specifically addressing and putting system into place that lay a foundation for us to exactly do that for you. So
System
I'm
is
done
a
yapping
foundation.
now, so let's take a look at the announcement trailer for Chapter 3.
Okay, I just showed you this, so we're going to watch it again. I'm okay with that.
Chapter 3 is the biggest update to Dune Awakening yet. A rebuilt endgame.
I like the style.
New maps, missions,
Sandbike looks good.
stations, and much more. Choose among the great houses.
Is it going to be January
and
1st or
lands
January
missions
30th?
That will
or
further your
29th, whatever.
specialization as a crafter, gatherer, explorer, fighter, or saboteur.
Sabotage.
10 new locations are available across the
There's a lot going on here.
each with new
Broodworks,
challenges.
Blushing Cavern, Smuggler's Run.
These include 5 new Imperial testing stations with scalable difficulty and rewards.
Drop rates are affected by the difficulty. Nice.
Once you've completed these challenges, return to your base and craft augments, a new way to upgrade your tier 6 gear and progress in the endgame. Dozens of augments are available for weapons and armors. Speaking of weapons, new dual blades provide a unique way to approach melee. The Rapier Reborn turns attack into defense in a single fluid motion.
An interesting little arena there.
The Pyrocket smokes
Multiple
out
enemies.
those who think they can hide.
I wonder if there's some kind of progression.
Peons, bondsmen, now familiar. Let the battle begin!
The main story of Dune Awakening continues in Chapter 3 with the new storyline. Infiltrate the arena in Neo-Carthag and fight in bloody gladiatorial battles.
I give you the degenerate killer!
Then reunite with a familiar ally.
That's the player, I
and
assume.
descend into the heart of the smuggler domain.
It's not every day we
Hey, Henry.
visitors here.
Good morning.
Chapter 3 also launches with a
That's a
DLC.
that's a cool looking
This
building.
includes a full 74-piece
That is a
smuggler
cool looking
building
base.
set, a
74 pieces, all paid
decoration
content
set,
is cosmetic
3
only.
armor
Okay.
sets, and more.
That's what they were saying earlier.
This is Dune Awakening. Chapter
No pay to
3.
win.
A rebuilt endgame, deeper systems, new missions, new weapons, and new ways to define your role.
They came in nameless. Now the pit carves their legend in blood!
Please stay tuned for more Chapter 3 details.
Early 2026.
On
Okay, maybe it's not January? I mean, early 2026 gives them a lot of room. I'm going to be optimistic. All right, guys. Good
So
job.
as you
Ole and
probably
Village.
saw, there's a lot of things in that trailer and there's a lot of things to go through, and we are going into the first segment which talks about our revamped endgame, and I have 2 very exciting guests with me to talk about that.
Nice
Let's
socks,
do a round of
Ole.
introduction.
Yes. Hello, my name is Ole Andreas. I'm production director on Dune Awakening.
Fix his mic, people.
Hi, I'm Viljar Sommerbuck. I'm the game
Oh,
director
man,
on
he's
Dune
got it
Awakening.
fixed.
And he's our VIP today. That's the reason he has like his own proper microphone. Oh, actually, all right.
All right.
Audio
My
issues.
microphone doesn't work, so I'll have to use this. Hello, my name is Ole Andreas. And I'm the production director on Dune Awakening.
Good job, guys.
All right. Just like game development, we'll deal with things that get thrown at us.
Does it work?
All
now?
good. So we just, was that okay?
Does it work
all good?
now?
I really cannot check right now, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The production
So chat,
quality
let us
just gets
know if,
better and better.
If you could hear both of them.
If it does.
Okay, all good. Perfect. All right. So, endgame revamp. As I mentioned, like, Chapter 3 is really done with player feedback in mind, which also means we
Which
did
means they
actually
listened to
revamp
everybody's
a lot of
complaints.
systems and mechanics that go into, or we actually added systems
There were
and
just a
mechanics that go
few
into
complaints.
progression and kind of customization for your character as well, for different playstyles and
Feedback.
such. And while these
like
systems
it.
are all new, one thing that is still there is the launch route. But it has changed a little bit. It's still there to deliver content to our players. But tell us more, Ole Andreas.
Yeah, sure. All right. So, when we launched the game, our intention was always for the Landsrad to be an activity driver. That's always been the design intention behind it.
Okay.
So basically, what we've done with Chapter 3 is we've built on top of that. So we've taken the Landsrad and we've created a bunch of new activities for the players to do.
I think we should actually have an example of that too, if I remember correctly. But
Yeah,
The
maybe we
interface
get
looked
something on
better.
screen. But yeah, so basically what you're gonna do
that
as soon as you
live in-game?
reach faction rank 5 on either of the factions with the Landsrad now, you will have a new menu. Oh, look at that! Some nice little emote.
Camille is taking a nice bow. Love it.
It looks about the same.
So here you see the Landsrad menu. It's pretty much exactly how you remembered it. So you still have the Landsrad with the two factions fighting over the dominance of the board, hopefully winning a Sisselrad or just winning the Landsrad to, in the end, secure votes to vote for your decree. And you still have your personal rewards and everything. But there is a change to it. So now Camille basically just clicked one of those tiles to want to do a mission. And now you're basically selecting a mission to support that house. So House Mauritani.
Do you get points?
Selected here. So as Camille just did, he went to go and show more
credits.
About that mission.
Landsrad contribution of 1,000.
Now you're in the brand
XP.
new menu, the Landsrad mission menu.
That's cool. Bonus reward, combat XP, house script, faction standing.
Ton of new stuff in there. I guess we can
Demonic
go a bit
recollection.
deeper into it. So the menu that we're seeing on the left side now, scrolling through, and he's highlighting there is 5 basically different categories of missions. You have the one called subtlety, which might be renamed to sabotage, and then you have gathering, crafting, combat, and exploration. And then we'll come back to those, but those different categories represents different specialization progression paths that you as a character, or you as a player and as a character, can progress.
That's cool.
Through. So you'll.
Well, I wonder if you could do all of them.
And evolve.
That would make some of those top level rewards much easier to get.
I was just looking at Ignacy on the side here. So you can see Camille here has 2 missions accepted already. There's room for 3. That you can have accepted at one time, and you can also see there the different rewards and the description for that mission. The team's been hard at work building out cool missions for you guys.
This is going to make the current game. I mean,
to go and explore.
I'm not complaining about the current game, but
will take you to new locations.
This is going to be a radical change for the things that you could do.
Haga Basin or existing
to
locations.
Earn points and progress.
But now we're seeing Camille basically accepting that mission, and then once you accept it, you have to also select which house you want to represent while doing it.
Okay.
And this will then go back to the voting power and basically winning the Landsrad when you finish the missions. So.
And it's an activity. It's not like just hoarding materials and dumping them.
So as you see there...
although there have been some recently where there are some low-level materials that I've just been accumulating for ages, like
just by
gun parts
the
or something.
So you can see here 6,000
I was able to dump a bunch of those, not to win the Landsrad, but
XP, and then
to get the reward at least.
1,000 Landsrad contribution points. Those we will come back to as well at a later point. And then you have something unique on the right-hand side here, which is what we currently call bonus rewards, which are limited by a currency, I guess, a credit that you can see at the bottom there, which is 5 mnemonic recollection points. You have 5 of these to start with, and then you get 5 every day, up to a max cap of 35. And then for those,
35
you will get some nice bonus rewards. And then I can basically go into the top one, which is combat XP, and that will flow back into the specialization loop, which we'll go back to. House grip, which is a...
So that experience is specific to that specialization.
Components for, which will then basically tie into the crafting later. And then you will gain faction standing, which now is important because we've increased the faction rank from 5 to 20.
Yes.
Okay.
Talk a bit more about that as well.
You mentioned one thing. It's that you can do 5 of these per day, and Ola said 35, but that's 35 per week basically that you can do. So yeah.
Also, you see that it says combat XP there because we actually did choose a combat mission, and you get experience according
instead of an
to
exploration or a sabotage or whatever.
That
and that's going to line up with those new skill categories.
And sabotage.
That's cool. That's a whole new
So
mechanic.
going
That's
into that
an
whole
entirely,
so
entirely new mechanic overlay on your character
you
development.
Like doing like your
It's
play
great.
style,
That's
right? So
fantastic.
you're not forced to do combat if you don't like combat. You're not forced to do crafting if you really know the crafter, and so on. So more specialized in that sense.
Yep. And I think you mentioned it earlier. For us, this is a foundation that we've laid now, and we want to build on top of. So we want to hear and see what the players enjoy playing, and then we can see how we can expand upon that with further missions and further locations to do that. I do want to mention something. So you see, this is a separate menu, a separate tab. Of course, you can comment this from either angle if you wanted to. So if you wanted to go there from the Landsrad menu and select which house you want to represent, because now you want to continue fighting for a Sisselrod that your faction is about to capture, then obviously you can go there and
I've gotten some value out of Landsrad already, but it's just mainly, it has been a little grindy, but this looks like a really cool addition. I'm happy about this.
Select from the type of activity you want to do.
All right.
Because I get tired of just like killing slavers.
Should we just jump into a mission?
And killing,
Should we follow Camille and see what...
just killing the little faction guys. Like, it's good for like racking up, a little money every now and then, but some of those, I could never kill 14,000 points worth of slavers. Like, I wasn't going to spend that time.
On the overland map that you can go to.
Like, that's insane.
Both outside maps, and we also have dungeons that you can go to there.
All right.
Do you want to comment on the ornithopter? Yeah.
I just wanted to comment because it's really cool. Some people might have already noticed it in chat. The nice little ornithopter that Camille is flying here is one of it's the new ornithopter skin. You can go and have a look at it from the outside. Looks really
Is that the Raider?
It's the smuggler one, and
smuggler.
Yeah, you'll be able to buy it from a vendor in the world.
So it's not part of the paid DLC.
All right.
It's actually part of the free content.
Free part, yes.
We're going to start fleshing out this smuggler thing.
Here, built using the awesome Observer building set. Looks really nice.
The bigger doors.
Yes.
The really big doors.
Wow, it's the garage
where you can
doors.
Actually fit your buggy through.
That's a big deal.
Also a part of Chapter 3. We have garage doors.
Thank you. Finally. Thank you.
Finally go and
garage doors.
3x2. You can finally
look at that buggy. Is that the Raider buggy? Look at that.
Your vehicles through a garage door.
I like it.
And they'll be coming in.
I like that a lot.
Different factions.
It's crazy.
As well.
Talk about the buggy, kids.
There
Come on.
All right.
And, you can also see the buggy variant of the smugglers.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I was.
Let's go.
Camille was lightly hinting at it, but yeah, it's really really cool.
Got doors, buggies.
Okay. Now you're
I like all those. Those are great.
We are going to join a lot of those missions to see what that looks like.
Didn't look like they were any place special. That was just Mesa Terrell.
Flying out to go and get that mission. We'll see some exciting new changes on the overland as well.
Oh, he's gonna leave. She's gonna leave.
I don't know if you are able to see it as well, but there's some nice little new streaks on the wings of the ornithopters when they glide. Really love them.
The air.
Yeah. I think it
condense. I don't know what is it officially called.
Congratulations.
I think there's an official name for them, but I don't know what.
Adds a bit of flair. I like it.
Well, you see in Dune Awakening, there's not a lot of water, so they can't tell you about the water physics. So now they have like ornithopter blade trailing.
All right.
Blade trails. I'm glad they're happy about it. I'm sure they're lovely.
So welcome to the overland map.
Okay,
again.
check that out.
I guess we can comment a little bit about that as well. Do you want to comment on it?
It looks like the map has changed.
I just wanted to mention that
there's not a big cliff
in here,
to the north of Haga
Base.
Base.
Also selected the map marker for it, so that the map direction, so he can actually follow it without wandering across the entire map. So it's a small quality of life thing that
Testing Station 89.
And I think a few of the cool changes you'll see to the overland map. It looks very different. It has a bit more of a visual flair to it.
It looks cool.
Also, a big change that we did was that we removed the water and
they're gone.
Loops, so you don't have those survival elements on the overland map anymore.
Which nobody cared about anyway.
It does feel like a cleaner experience right now, and a ton of new locations have been added to the overland map. So now you even have categories in terms of which locations you can go to. So you can see here the different story missions, and then you'll see the different locations that we are.
I don't remember. Could we see this Arctic area at the bottom? I remember it from lore.
Lastly, you have a tab for the 5 new testing stations, in which I think we'll have a deeper look at one of them later.
Yes, and then one of the next segments. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
That's pretty
but
exciting.
5
That's great.
New testing stations.
But yeah, it's really cool to see everything come
So,
together. The team has been.
Are they PvP? Are they PvE? Are
Absolutely,
they
shout out
opt
to
in, opt out?
everyone
Can you adjust the difficulty? Let's get to
Working on
that stuff.
Awakening, absolutely amazing work.
Okay.
Maybe you want to comment a little bit on the mission.
Which mission was this? So just mention, like, if you saw the ornithopter there behind us, that's actually the exit point. I just wanted to mention that because you can leave the map directly like that if you wanted to. But let's see, what is the mission about? I can't even read what's on the screen there.
It says
Locate and activate the first
Ixian triangulators?
Ixian triangulator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're finding 3 different triangulators here.
Yeah, so you just go to these different points, and then you get your triangulation underway.
That's a fairly simple mission.
I love this.
I assume
video.
some
I
are
don't
more
know
difficult
why,
than
but I think
others.
It's so cool. It just, it has like this. I don't know. It just feels so engaging to me. Not sure.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Love this effect.
And it's worth mentioning that I think maybe now we just have 1 mission to this area, but you can actually pick 3 missions, so you can do them at the same time to maximize your output, basically.
Why are you going back over here? Just saying. Debuffs. Oh, there you go.
I see that Camille has not mastered hydration loop.
I heard a bomb going off.
Oh, sticking to the shadows.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah. Why is this one already lit up if she hasn't been here yet? Okay. She was already there. Oh no. Locate the cave where the signal originates. Okay.
So
fine.
the map that you see here, it's a new map. It has multiple missions that's going on inside of the map. So as Vilja said, you can pick up multiple ones if you want to. Also, they're all you can go in there as well.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like it.
If you want
I'm excited for
and
it.
The missions are now also shareable.
I know after you get in, you do them all many
friends
times.
have a
They'll
mission
feel,
and the
they
other
won't
friend
feel as
doesn't have
exciting
one,
after
you
you
can
do
just
them a
share it.
while, but
So now
it's hard to keep them feeling novel all the time.
The location of the cave, or you
Shit,
find the location of the
jeez.
cave where the signal originates.
Bandits.
So it's basically now just clearing some enemies masterfully with his
Indeed.
sword.
I think one thing to mention is also that it was important to us to add content that is both playable solo and in group.
Thank you.
So
And
all
that's-
Thank
all
you,
the
Tasha.
missions are playable solo if you want to, and we're getting more into the dungeons later, I guess. But
Yeah.
yes, it's important for us that you can play it either.
So
alone
this is
or
a
in-
big enough. This is a big enough update that they're gonna
Yeah,
they're
there's
gonna
some,
address PvP concerns, PvE
enemy activity
concerns.
down here needing to clear. And you've located the Blushing Cavern, which is probably
Nice.
one of my favorite location names in our game.
I was thinking the same earlier.
It had an internal
Nice
review form, which
design.
was
Nice,
definitely not as cool as this.
Nice vertical changes
You
and
shouldn't. Was
it
it like
was
some-
a very boring
Okay.
internal development
All right,
name.
I
So
see.
that's
I'm
pretty
glad,
exciting.
we got a narrative pass on it.
The writing team
Yeah,
prettified it.
keeping it nice and Duney.
Nice and Dooney. Let's keep the game Dooney, guys. That's an
yeah,
internal
seeing,
technical development term. How Dooney is it?
Enemies
a very
not
Dooney.
using his spice addiction. I guess he's saving it for an important time.
The enemy can trigger the spice.
Right now,
or,
there's apparently a wave of enemies coming, so you're defending the beacon against the enemy reinforcements.
all right.
See how it is. Should have brought some friends, maybe. Maybe you can maybe you can do it himself.
He got this. He got this. He's a pro.
He is
I
a pro.
believe. I believe.
Hopefully, he picks up the bodies to bring them back to the death still afterwards.
Oh, good point.
Can't let water
Don't
go
let,
to waste.
Yeah, don't let anything waste.
I never have enough inventory space to pick up more than one body.
Solid dash from the NPC.
Oh, nice.
Ah, he's got
Ooh,
skills.
one shot.
Easy.
Good job.
All right, so that phase is
All
done.
right.
Now he has to get out of the cave.
Yep. So now he's got to get out. Obviously, if he wanted to, there's a ton of loot there, resources for him to get. There's some secrets here and there as well.
Sure.
That our team has put in. So he kind of just went straight through the main loop of the mission now to show you it in a quick way. But yeah, there's stuff to explore.
For sake of efficiency, we just ignored everything else for now in that cave.
It's all right. So there's more in there. There's more to do. There's more in there. So kill a couple things inside. There's a wave or two down below, something like that. There's a guy up there.
Oh, he's just going to leave a grenade for that guy first.
Nice, leave him alone.
Oh, you
Little
missed.
dry presence.
Good job.
He was almost fast enough to turn the camera away for us to not notice.
I can't throw a grenade any better, honestly. Let's get it.
All right, need charge all the way.
That's how I do it too.
Left there on the
Have
top
some
in
good
the
traversal
open.
abilities. Need charge and
I wonder if there's storms in these areas.
biometrics telemetry is one of the most used abilities when we do traversal, so non-combat abilities for sure.
Yeah.
All right, now he
There you
reached
go.
back to the exit, so he can view the mission report from here, get all of the info about his rewards.
That's great.
And then
Money, Lance Red
claim it
contribution.
basically directly from here. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about this, Viljar.
That's so much better than just like grinding enemies in some
So
zone.
basically, we just finished a mission here, and these missions, they go into kind of powering your character. You help with the Landstrat, so you help your faction win, but it also goes into powering your character. So basically, you get specialization XP, you get house credits, and faction reputation.
So we see the
some
plus
things are
125
gated within
combat.
faction reputation. So it's a good thing to keep grinding away at these missions. Yeah. So the specialization XP, it unlocks traits, so that you can eventually apply augmentations to items. House credits, you use those.
The Ornithopter has a
cosmetics,
cover
crafting
over it
components.
when it's sitting there. What's that
And
about?
yeah,
Is it
like I
protected
said,
from the
you
storm?
complete Landstrat missions to keep growing your character's power. Here we see the new
Okay.
the
Let's,
new specializations.
question for another time.
There are quite a lot of them. They go into the
Stop
5,
mousing so fast, man.
tracks
Show us
that,
something.
Ole already mentioned. Worth noting though is that if you want to increase, go into the augmentation loop, which adds different types of powers and abilities and stuff to your weapons, you want to do at least a few of the crafting ones. So because that unlocks your ability to craft, to start crafting
Okay.
these
So you have to do that in order to unlock the ability
Yeah.
to augment.
Yeah, we'll talk more
It's
about
okay.
augments later.
Easy.
But I think, a bit more about specialization maybe.
Yeah, no, I think Viljar covered it pretty nicely. There's hundreds.
That's a whole
different
new
upgrades here, so
whole new leveling
You
scheme.
can
That's
go pretty
great.
deep, I would say. And each of these major traits that they're called, which is hovering over now,
Resources
they cost you
increased.
spice to buy. So you'll need spice to buy them, and then you have some nice free
And
ones
another reason to gather
as well that
spice.
are just
So
specialization.
not just making, building things.
Specialization.
So you'll need spice to unlock
bonuses,
these.
basically.
Inventory slot?
Yeah, you can see a nice
increases?
one there. There's been
Ooh.
quite a few players have asked for a way to increase their inventory slots. So the first one that we hovered on was a way for you to add a new row, like one row, for your inventory, which is pretty exciting.
Everybody's going to do
A
that.
ton of them that are doing different things. Vehicle speed bonus. You have heat mitigation on vehicle. Yeah, like this one. There's more inventory slots increasing. There's just.
I wonder how much of this was
extra
like
skill points,
on the roadmap when they
damage
launched.
mitigation.
You know, because they always
And
have to
then the
make a.
augment system that we're going to get into later is going to.
They always have to reach a
so
point and say,
few
"Well,
more
this is enough for
regarding that as
launch,"
well.
and then they go forward.
So
and how much of this was already out there?
progression
and
team has
ideas
really
that they
been
had on the
hard at
board.
work building out and fleshing out all of this. It's really
Reduce-
cool for
yeah,
anyone who
sabotage.
likes to go deep on their character.
Kind of
and their progression.
stealth related
This is definitely,
stuff. I like that idea.
You're going to be your favorite menu from now on. I just want to mention that this goes in addition to the skills menu that we were on in previously. So that's not going away. You can still
that's
progress
all
your
still
character, via the normal skills menu in addition to the new specialization menu.
And I think it also needs to be said that obviously you can try to max all of those, But I think
So specializations
it might actually
are
take, like,
regardless
a
of
year
skill, and then
if you
skills
really
are
want it,
separate.
because it takes a
It'll
while
take
to
a while.
really. So which I am personally very excited about, because I like to feel
Sure.
special. You know, I like to kind of like, oh, I am one of those people who can really do this particular thing because I maxed out that specific line or tree in this case, right? So that is definitely an option now. You can become, especially later when we talk about augments, so you can be very specialized in.
Yeah. So what do you want to do to prep for
particularly.
this? So you're going to want to get
I'm
ready for
super
this in
excited
advance.
about this change personally. I can't wait to go out and do
Accumulate
missions
spice.
and they're repeatable. You can go back and do them, and then we'll keep adding missions and locations as we see. When we
Yeah.
see
So you're going to want
what people
spice
want,
so that you can,
Yeah.
so you're not held up by spice on these things.
Do you want to talk about what happens at level 19 on the faction ranking?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the point of all
Basically,
this?
when you get to level 19,
5 to 20.
depending on the faction that you're with, you'll get a new special mission to kind of take you over to faction ranking 20. It's quite relatively involved mission with a lot of cool things and stories. So you get to delve deeper into factions and your faction and meet some important people from Dune lore, basically.
Exciting. Definitely for the people
That's
who know the
cool.
lore well.
That's cool.
Meeting more people from the books and such is always exciting. Alrighty. I think we do have, that was it for this segment. So we go over to the Q&A now. So we'll see if we have, oh, actually, no, yes, I almost forgot. We actually do have an example of the different missions, what they can look like as well. Maybe one of you wants
So
to
that's
comment on
basically the
that.
smuggler's run, where you have a race-like thing where you go.
Yes, a
It's
race.
not triangulation. I don't remember exactly what we called it, but in that neighborhood, basically. So you have
A reason to
certain
bring
time
your
clear
bike.
it.
And then there's a personal best as well. You can beat your personal best.
That's fun.
Yes, you can of course beat your personal best
And then
if
the
you
map,
remember. So
I think it's the map best.
That's fun.
yeah,
I mean,
This is the Broodworks.
the Broodworks.
what is that?
Yeah, the Broodworks is a fortress that you need to basically what's it
Assault?
called? Not intrude, but
Infiltrate?
like infiltrate is the word
Okay.
I was looking for. So you can see here it's like more like an infiltration mission type map. It's really cool.
Stealth map, kind of.
Yeah, but there's
There you go,
tons of
stealth
combat
map.
in it as well. Lots of cool locations, camps, and
Look at the size of
different
that.
things for you to explore and do. I really like this map actually. It's really cool.
It looks great.
Got some verticality to it as well with the.
I wonder if it's the kind of place
bits
that
of them.
you can
And then now you
farm
looking
repeatedly.
At, Blushing Cavern again.
Okay.
Just this nice little cavern area as well.
I think it looks great.
With some earthite crystals in it as well.
Yeah, we can get plenty of those.
Super exciting. Got Wreck
Ships.
of the Tyke, which is also another map, a radiated, radioactive.
Oh
shipwreck
yeah, I saw that. I
that's
saw that in the
crash-landed,
mission
that
list.
You need to go and explore, find some cool stuff in it, figure out what happened.
Probably good reason to
maybe-
build that
And there's
radiation
some,
suit Mark
yeah, you
6
better
at
bring your
least.
Radiation suit there.
Yeah, good one.
It definitely looks very green.
Bring some iodine.
Very toxic in there.
So stock up on
It is
spice
right.
and
I think
radiation
when we talk
suit
about,
and
we just talked
iodine
about
and
shipwreck there. The overland map also has now all the location that you can actually replay too.
Yes,
Right.
yes, you can go back there and replay it. Some of them will require you to have a Lancelot mission active to be able to go there, while other locations you can go and replay as much as you want, and they're built for it as well.
All right. Great. So now, while we collect
it.
a few questions from
It's good stuff.
chat, so I'm just going to check my...
I'm going to take this opportunity to take a
fantastic.
quick
We already have some questions
break.
ready
I'll be right
here.
back in just a
So,
second. Got to check
I was
on
going to
something.
ask you about your favorite specialization and things, but we already have questions ready, so that's perfect as well. So, Allah, I'm just going to butcher. I apologize beforehand, Chad, if I butcher your name. It's always a bit tricky. Alaskan Kare 911 asks on Twitch. So if you're tier 2, you can still do Landsrad as you currently do? These missions are open after level 5?
Correct.
All right, there's your answer. Oh, you want to add?
You have to be faction rank 5, right? Before you can do them, actually.
The missions,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
So you have to be.
okay.
You have to have engaged in the faction loop before then. And when you faction rank 5, which I think is currently the maximum, then you get actually another mission that gets you started into this Landsred loop, basically.
All right, so there you go. Then we have another question from Bueno Flex over on YouTube. Is the progress for you only or progress for guilds too in regards to the Landsred?
This is only for you as a character, basically. But like by doing this, you obviously help your guild and your factions as well. I will mention one thing though, that if you go down the crafting specializations, it's very smart for at least someone in the guild to have done that, because that means that you'll be able to craft all of the different things or the augments for all the different types of weapons and armors and like that. So if you just do the first step, you can craft like I think it's for one particular weapon, but then you expand and you'll be able to craft for a lot of things later on. So having someone on your guild who can do that will help the entire guild. So in an indirect way, I guess it's for guilds as well.
It's like the old part of the Landsred that we had before is still there as well, where you actually fight for your faction, and then you have the other thing on top of that for you personally. All right, the real Bajich, I think, on Twitch over asks 3 missions a week or 3 missions repeatable during the whole week?
So you can do 5 of these. You can have 3 missions at the same time, but you can do 5 of them each day, and then during a week you can do a total of 35.
Well, sorry. You can do as many as you want, but you can only get the bonus rewards for up to 5 a day, basically.
Based on the mnemonic coin thing.
Mnemonic recollection.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Dune lore.
Yeah. Thank you, Joel. All right. Subtatius over on YouTube asks, can you build bases in the new location?
Unfortunately, no.
I mean, they're on the overland map.
They're not meant to be permanent locations for you to settle. It's more of a location you go to.
The last thing we want is 25
explore,
bases crowded around every little area you could go.
And then leave.
And Sentinel Up over on Twitch asks, are these missions repeatable?
Yes, absolutely.
I think they said that already.
Purpose of them.
Yeah. Light of Zion on Twitch. What happens if you bring another vehicle tethered to your carrier ornithopter to this location, Blushing Cavern?
So when you enter, for example, the Blushing Cavern, what actually happens is similar to when you're going to a social hub. Your ornithopter stays basically stored in outside of the map in a way. So
interesting.
The ornithopter that you saw at the entrance kind of represents your exit locations. You're not bringing your ornithopter and your tethered tethered vehicle to the location. That said, if you have a vehicle backup tool, there will be, for example, the Smuggler's Run, you will be able to place out your vehicle that you have stored in the backup tool.
Like your bike.
That's a part of it as well.
Can you run the wheel too,
You
I
should
assume?
remember to bring your vehicle back with you afterwards as well, because it will probably get lost to the sands.
Yes, the poor thing.
Uh-oh.
They get orphaned. All right. Sorvina Savage over on Twitch is asking, is there a limit to specializations like there is a level cap for skills?
Time.
Yeah, time, like you said.
Like you said, like a year to like get everything. Yeah.
You're basically saying you won't be able to
currently
catch them.
close to 100 on each of them, basically.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of things to fill out.
Okay. Not lucky Exe over on Twitch. Is the cost melange or sand for specializations? So spice sand or spice melange is the question.
Melange.
Is it melange? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I can't
I
imagine.
don't actually remember that.
Yeah,
but
don't look at me.
yeah.
That I actually don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You don't make me that easy. So yeah. All right.
You are tier 6 probably at this point.
Yeah,
anyway, so,
here's the thing. This is end game, late game content as well. So by then you're probably established and have like your spice, going, flowing, so to speak, or are part of a guild. Sisha, you don't have to be part of a guild.
You don't want to be.
Sisha over on Twitch, will there be some new skins for clothes and equipment? That's probably not specifically to this segment, but we can, answer that as well.
Yes, in Chapter 3 there will be new skins to both vehicles and gear.
Yeah, both
Alright.
free and also in the DLC, of course.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let me wait a little bit to see if we have more questions coming in.
I'm trying
But
to see if
anyway,
I can
in the
get in on
meantime,
that.
I'm actually curious. What is your which specialization are you going for? Which specialization tree, basically, and also which specialization are you most excited for? Besides the augments.
For me, it's the
Besides
augments.
the
Sorry.
augments, you'll learn afterwards why they are so cool and why they're so
I
important.
mean,
but
for me, like this update is definitely like if you're a player and you like number go up, this is an update for you as well. And getting into the augment
like number
system
go
and
up.
augment
Who
loop
doesn't?
and applying augments to your gear and weapons. It's really cool because you get to get more damage or stats out of your gear. Basically taking tier 6 and opening up the max cap of tier 6, basically, which is really exciting. So for me, crafting...
But it's not tier 7
towards,
materials yet. So maybe that's the next one after this, mid-year.
Exploration, maybe? Yeah.
I assume that as you augment weapons and
I think
things
I'm
like
kind of
that,
partial
it
to
makes
the
all the
inventory
existing
one.
content
It's
easier.
kind of obvious, basically. There are some things
Very
that you're just
handy.
going to get, and also
Yeah.
like in the crafting, so that at least you can start on that loop for sure. And there's also some that allow additional augments to be added. So like there is that. But I think that what like overall what has me excited is that if you have a weapon, tier 6 weapon that you like, you can actually change the personality of the weapon depending on how you augment it. So you can have something that fires maybe, continuous shots, then you can give it burst fire and you can have it be more controlled. And it's like we have weapons that have these aspects in the game, but now you can take one that you like and actually tweak it to the way that you want it to play like. So I think that's pretty cool, actually.
that is
Like a legendary characteristic
I just
thing,
generally
right?
like kind of improving the weapon and how it works. Like if you can go from single shot to auto fire or reduce recoil and all that stuff, that's for me. Like that's where I would go. But you have lots of options, and that is also what we wanted to give you, right? Like your way, play the game, play your specialization, and how you like the gameplay you like. So we have 2 more questions. Wait, was there water and fuel? Ultrabeard on YouTube asks. So they didn't know that it was water on the overlap map, water and fuel on the overlap map.
Well, there was a reason why we removed
Exactly. I was like, I'm gonna come. Yes, exactly. So
Is there a good reason or just because nobody cared?
Since you didn't really have to pay attention to it, so off it goes. And then we have the last question from
Off it
Twitch.
goes.
Elora Gem is asking, when you go through specialization, will it be lost if you respec your skills? And also, will the spice upgrade be lost each time as well?
No, the new system like that stays. You've earned that basically. So that the missions you've done.
So you can invest in your
they
character.
map directly to one of these 5 paths basically.
So the more you invest in your character, you don't lose any of that stuff.
All right.
You can now bank your bases completely.
All right. So remember that we will have more Q&As with the other segment plus
That's cool.
the main Q&A to kind of catch some additional questions at the very end. So don't hesitate to
It should be easier to drop out of the game and come back in the game when something new happens or you
But
want to rejoin and play with
Before we go into
friends.
the next segment,
Where are you gonna start over,
taking
Henry?
A quick little break and get ready for...
Did you let your base
our
get overrun?
new E-collabs.
You always
and
come find us.
Augmentation and also some combat information. We'll be...
Did she just cut out? What are they doing? They taking a break? I guess I could have waited to take a break till now. Yeah, what's up, Henry? I'm still running a private server as well, which is open to channel members. Although there's not much going on out there, I think, I haven't played with the base storage tool yet. I do want to go try that, but I may go build a base and then like store it, put it away. But I think there's a cooldown on that too, because they don't want you abusing it. There was some kind of there's a cooldown control or a protection so that you can't just kind of game the system. But I took down my large base, my original huge base that I built up in the north of Haga Basin. I tore that thing completely down because I got tired of paying the taxes on it. Plus, I wasn't using the living area. Like it was fun when I first started, but once we have the guild base over there, and so I built like a cube base that has no taxes on it, and it's just being fueled by just the generic fuel cells now, which are so easy to get. It's not funny. Like you take a buggy out and you'll come back with 3,000 of them. So it made it a lot easier to fuel up the main base, and just been playing around gearing up tier 6 gear a little bit. But I swear, before I took that trip a couple months ago, I got into that cycle of trying to get all the taxes paid and getting the fuel paid, and it became a real grind for a while. It's a little better now, and this stuff looks fun. This looks like a lot of fun. I mean, not only because you can jump through like the last DLC, just kind of go through it and be done, but because you could go back again and again. And I still play the Landsrad. It's just that some of those are so out of reach as far as I'm concerned. Like there's just no way I'm ever going to grind 14,000 points killing slavers or Kira in order to get that top level. I mean, those are swatches at that level, right? So that's not compelling, right? It's just not that interesting. But I have enjoyed, I still go, from a deep desert perspective, I do enjoy going out to the deep desert, and it's been a little easier to get spice, because there really aren't, part of that is the drawback of, people have stopped playing as much. But I know at least on our location, the some of the PvPers that were a little more malicious seem to be gone. Covington Morgan, 2008. I don't know why they haven't talked about it at all. Have they? I mean, I didn't miss it during the questions, did I? I don't know how long this thing's supposed to be, but they didn't mention it.
All right, welcome back, everyone.
And maybe once they get this stuff out, they're going to like revert parts of the deep desert back.
My name's Alexander. Nice to meet you guys.
Oh, Alex.
Middle.
Alexander.
A new old face, yeah. For the people who haven't actually watched, I hope no one.
Hi, we're Funcom. We own 2 microphones.
Before, but what do you
Come on,
do?
people.
I am a gameplay designer at Funcom for this will be now the year 17.
Damn.
So it's been a hot second.
Yes.
It's been great fun.
We say you're by far, like by now you're like part of the.
There's a whole
like
thing.
Your furniture.
Cavington, there's a whole thing in that 3-minute
right,
demo.
So this segment
that included
is about
a PvP arena at least, which
and
should be
our
new.
Scalable new dungeons ecolabs, which is very exciting. So for one, first we actually do have new weapons.
We're going to do that first.
Let's see what's going on there. I don't know.
We also have some cool clips we can show while you talk about that. Potentially. There you go.
There we go. Clips. Right. So first things first. There's 3 of them. This is the first one. This is our first range addition to the game. This is along the same lines of a flame-based weapon, but instead of being a direct fire flame-based weapon, this is a parabolic. Has a bit of travel time, has a bit of skill ceiling. Players can lob these wonderful balls of fire at their foes.
Fire grenades of some sort.
Ideally, you know where your baddies are. You can use spice prescience to expose them, either from behind cover or you've seen them go into cover. And then you proceed to lob the balls of fire near the cover, around it, to force them to go out. Fire goes through shields, applies burning dots, forcing players to act, or NPCs to act.
Yeah, I don't think there was very much of that at all when the game launched. I saw some people like
Can I just say,
there were
I love the splash.
there were
effect
some
of
large
that
guilds that
fireball.
seemed
It
to
looks so good
on some servers
I had a wonderful experience with Joel arguing about the name.
managed to
convention of this
find
thing.
each other.
I think he ran away to fight the drop bear.
But I think so many of them
after
dropped
our
off that there was nobody
conversations.
left to play
chose a
with.
good, like we have a funny internal name.
I
He chose a
have
great
issues.
player-facing name.
I have issues remembering it. Pie rocket. Yes.
And I know on our world,
Pyrocket.
like most of the large
So it's
guilds
like-
quit
I still- I
after
can't
they
remember
ran
the
into
name, like,
some
for the life of
very
me.
specific
Horrible.
individual griefers.
All right.
And here is another edition.
Which,
so, that was
I mean, you
the
could
range
argue
edition.
whether
This
they
is
should have
the
been
first
doing
of
that
the
or
two
not,
melee
but-
editions. Here we see our characters equipping a dual dagger weapon. Right now in the game, we have 2 classes of melee weapons that players have available to them on live, which are the dagger animation set and the sword animation set. And here is the first dual weapon, dual dagger animation set. In terms of playstyle, we want to do something different because we have a baseline already. We want it to be a little bit special, a little bit nuanced, a little bit for the connoisseurs to try to explore the amount of depth we have in the system. So these do two.
Is he going to say
dual daggers
PvP?
really incentivize aggression, focus, and commitment. They are not a great, compared to the sword, AoE weapon, while they're quite tasteful as a single target anti-shield weapon. This clip here doesn't do justice to them truly. I think the players that are playing our internal playtest right now will have a fantastic time with them. Once a character gets up to speed, like we see the jumping sequences there, they will be able to quickly and in chain
That's all part of the
multiple
campaign.
attacks that penetrate character's shield.
They just keep showing us
As
the
a
same
function
clip.
of that, they require some commitment, which means you're opening yourself to threats from other characters, which is why they're not a great area of attack weapon, but it allows you to deliver multiple.
So, I mean, I think this is kind of aesthetically interesting.
Within one window,
However,
especially
like,
within
there's not
one
really a
window
problem with any of the
second wind weakness. So if
PvE
you outplay your
enemies
opponent,
right now, unless
blow
it
out
does
their stamina
something
with abilities or
different.
remote attacks, expose them to a second wind window of vulnerability, and you proceed to follow through. Massive damage.
So fast, slow blades.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes. Yes.
Because they've been talking
Risky,
about
a little bit
like
of commitment with a little bit of planning,
areas
yes,
where you can't
and you
fly
get
in that are
which is
PvP.
becomes.
So it's like
Just
forcing
a little
ground
clip here, which we're
PvP.
gonna talk about it actually in our next section when we talk about story a little bit because
Right.
those two.
Yeah.
live
So next
sections
section story.
are
That's not it either.
dual.
They come a
blades.
little
They're
bit
coming
late.
from
Covington, did you hear
specific-
that
They
as
come a little
well?
bit late in the
There was some
overall
discussion
but players will
about-
get them and will have a play with them.
And
So
I think this is,
here the
I'm assuming this is
second
deep
of the
desert
two melee
zones,
editions.
but I don't see anything in this
Technically
conversation
speaking,
yet.
rapiers have been in the game for a while now. They were at launch. but
Areas
they
where you would
mechanically
fly
function
in,
as
you couldn't
extended range
do
daggers.
aerial combat. It's just
for
like you
us,
had to land,
internally,
and then it was all
we always
PvP on the
felt that we could do
ground.
better. It was just a case of resource allocation. So here we had the resources, and we chose to have something with a little bit more depth.
I just
and
don't remember the
nuance.
details
So,
on it. But I haven't heard it
like to
today.
use the
I haven't heard it in
forward
any
term
of
to describe
this.
the rapier. It's a offensive defensive weapon. While that may sound a little bit awkward, by this I mean every attack, not every attack, the opening attack of the rapier. as you
Maybe.
can see,
What this could end up
half
being,
circle,
if they had
is
more deep
technically
desert
a
stuff, I
parry
guarantee.
window. If you time it correctly,
I just
you're
wonder if
offensively
they're going to make
parrying
this,
your opponent.
like this next
And as well, we
update,
can see there's a
all
backstep.
this kind
So
of
you
content
technically do not have a block
and
function,
what did
but
they
your
call
left
it?
click
It's
is a
not
parry
infrastructure,
forward and
foundation, some
and your right
systems
click
and
is
things
a
like
parry
that.
backwards
And then the
attack. So you
fourth
choose your distance, you
DLC,
choose your pacing, and you step in
again,
and
first
out
half of
and in and out of
2026,
range, trying
will
to
be
catch your opponent.
whatever
And
revamp
again,
of
like the daggers,
PvP they
to
want.
create some nuance and variety. This is not an area.
I mean, they
of
still
attack.
have some
This
kind
is
of
a
work queue. They can only do
focused
so
dueling
much at
weapon
once.
Where players try to bait each other out to see who
Focused
fails the
dueling
skill
weapon.
checks before they proceed to deliver slow blades.
Okay.
I
Wait a minute,
love
I
how
just-
it's
I'm
like
sorry, I was talking over the
advanced
top of
Very
that.
different.
and
It is
like,
so different once you're playing game.
very rhythm based.
But this is very-
in a sense.
I just want to mention, like, the skill.
This is
I think
a
that the
build-specific
skill level
PvP
for,
skill?
required for the rapier is higher, so I can't claim to master it. My favorite is the dual blade. To me, it's much easier to use. I will mention though that we've also equipped NPCs with rapiers, and we found out that was quite hard. So I had to give the direction that, like, let's try not to have more than one rapier in solo content because they're quite aggressive with them.
So they are thinking
Maybe because
PvP,
there's
so
a
maybe
unique
this is
pool of content.
foundational
We
for
actually get back
PvP
to that
changes that
Oh,
they're,
that's a very
later as
interesting
well.
they may or may not
It's,
talk about
yes.
today, but
So, but there have also been.
so give people more
changes
options. Because I mean, if you go all the way back,
some-
like there were PvP
Right,
problems
so there has been
with
there's
like
this is an
hand-to-hand
interesting-
combat
this is
to
an
start
interesting
with.
discussion because I'm not sure the best way to take this.
Remember, like when Shroud was in the play test early
From
on.
a player's point of view, right? So
There was that that
the-
kind of stuff
the
going on.
Experience for most people is that they feel like their actions do not have weight and value when they deliver them to a target, both in PvE and PvP. That message was received multiple times in our feedback sessions from players, and we've been working through to try to create an interesting experience where everyone is rewarded for the price that they pay for an action and for misplay against an action. So we had a feature that we deployed in patch 1.2 where internally we called it Ghost Dash. I think we have silver ghosts and golden ghosts already in the game now. One of the things that didn't come aligned with this was the appropriate pricing and triggering of this effect for the corresponding state that you meant to exit it with. Said another way, we want players to pay a higher price for dashing out of abilities, which is when you dash, you've been knee charged, and you choose to dash. Okay, that's great. But you pay a high price. You pay a gold price. However, if you had received a stagger from a melee weapon, doesn't matter which melee weapon, and you choose to dash out of it, you only pay a silver price, a medium price.
Interesting.
And on the low end of the scale, movement is just cool. Moving around is cool. Predicting is cool. Evading is cool. It feels great. It looks great. Let me feel great. Fantastic. The normal dash, when you're not paying anything to get away from something, it's a little bit cheaper. So it's a little bit more easy to use. You feel great when you do it, and you can position yourself to deliver more gameplay effects. The end result of our goal.
They're paying some attention.
Still in balancing, it's been in our internal NDA playtests. Players are going through it. We need to find the right actual numbers. The direction for this is that we want players to commit, to succeed or fail, and then pay the appropriate price for their choice.
Yeah.
The actual price, is it going to be 80 stamina? Is it going to be 70 stamina? Is it going to be 50 stamina? We'll figure out in playtesting.
All right.
If you dash away from an ability, it should be expensive. From a stagger, medium. And just normal traversal, cheapest.
Yeah. So we will have to test all of this. As like
This is not just for players. This is for also NPCs. That will see our players' experience in
That's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
so there's a much more granular level of control and decision making you get to make
one of the other
in
points of
combat.
feedback that we really wanted to get on top of is that the initial implementation we had for the respec system was relatively brute force hammer solution, where you had a static cooldown window that you had to wait before you could try another playstyle. We have some pretty big commitment windows for amount of progression, and we honestly just decided, we should just let players do more interesting things. Let them try different playstyles. Let them experience different things. Let them just respec a little bit more often. So instead of having a static window, you pay an increasing amount of not stamina priced.
I think a lot of what they do is, so they know, so let's say they have to do 5 things in order to get PvP where they want it to
Sounds
be.
good, I think.
They're just rolling out little pieces along the way. And they're trying to justify that they're great on their own, but
also, like,
they're
how
part
we
of it.
keep
But
it
it's like the entire server move thing
accordingly
is like, it looks like 6 or 7 steps, right? And it starts with
adjusted. So now
the ability to move from
already also
siege to siege,
about
and then to do
faction
base
ranks,
storage,
about the
and
repeatable missions, the PvE content there.
will culminate in the ability to move
Specializations
entire,
specifically.
groups from server to server
Now we also have not
without losing everything and
you
restarting
actually
every
mentioned
time.
it, or we mentioned it briefly earlier. Have not
I bet they're doing
not
the
two,
same
not
with
three, not four,
PvP.
but 5 new dungeons and ecolabs in the game, which is super exciting.
Indeed.
But
So
new
we can
content like a new
actually,
dungeon is pretty
jump
straightforward, I
into
would
some
think. You just,
gameplay as well, why we talk
you
about
design it and build it and put
these
it in there, right?
particular dungeons and how they tie into the system of further progression
Nice
and
mask.
specialization and all that. And
Yeah, so you can get Landsrod missions to do these as well, but like whereas the Landsrod missions are focused on your own power, like increasing your skills with the specializations, this will tie closely into the power of your gear basically. So you're going to have to be running these a few times so that you get the things to craft for the augments and things like that. And even if you, let's say you get schematics that you don't care for, you can actually recycle those and turn them into
recycle schematics.
I think we have to take a step back because we haven't actually explained what augments are, right? So we maybe we can start with that.
Sure.
Because
Did he just hint that you could take blueprints that you have a ton of and do something with them?
Things that you are abilities in a way that you slot into your weapons. So you can see here these are level 1 augments. You see that on the
Changes
circle.
block stamina cost.
Just one.
Changes
pip on it.
armor.
They go up to level 5 basically. And then for each weapon,
Blade mitigation.
Instance,
So those are
you
standard
start by
characteristics.
the
Start
lowest
mitigation, blade
ones
mitigation.
you can only place 1 in, but then you can place up to
Clip
5
size.
into them at the most basically.
Power
So you can
consumption.
really, that's how you change the personality of your weapon if you want to, or you can just have damage numbers increase and things like that.
Those are all those are all standard
I just wanted to take that a bit earlier since we're talking about it already.
combinations
but now let's
of
talk
things.
about the dungeons and how those are actually important
Okay,
when
that's
it
not
comes to these
terrible.
augments and why these dungeons are interesting.
Yes, you will get things here that you will need in order to craft to craft your weapons, your use your weapon schematics and your augment schematics that you have to learn, and then you can craft these augments. And you can
ungraded armor and arms,
the
grade 1 arms and armor,
whether that be armor or
grade 1
weapon types,
augmentations.
like that.
Okay.
And even schematics,
Enemy
that are
health.
careful, like I mentioned, you can actually recycle those, turn them into fragments that are then to be used in your crafting. So it's not
Old
a waste,
schematics,
even
turn
if
them
you-
into
even if
fragments.
you
Got
got
it.
something
Okay,
that
cool.
You didn't need specifically.
So
Yeah.
now what we see here, maybe I'm not sure who of you wants to comment on what exactly we see here. Like before you go into a dungeon, you have
Yeah, I can
difficulty
start.
scaling. Yes.
Basically, so we have now dungeon scaling so that you can challenge yourself. You can.
You have a
start
best
one
personal
with the
time.
easy, go all the way. Well, quite a long way basically on the challenge levels, and depending on the
Oh,
challenge level that
modifiers? What else is down there? Poison
but
trap
it will,
damage,
Of course, increase the challenge the higher you go, but the benefits.
grade 2
and
augmentations
what you get
at
for doing
level.
the higher challenge level are of course beneficial.
Okay.
And I don't think it's in this build, but we've actually today, at least me for the first time, played dungeons with a new system that's quite exciting, which is not only do we scale the obvious things like hit points and damage output of enemies, but also depending on how many players you are going into the dungeon, we also scale the number of enemies. This means that as a solo player, you will get a solo experience. A group of 4 will get a 4-group experience.
Well, it says
Also
party
play
up
with 2
there,
and
but
3, and the numbers and everything else will be scaled towards that, and also the difficulty of the challenges will be dependent on.
I didn't see where you set this.
And we also just saw
Like when you go
put
in,
it all
you
the
set
way
it?
back, you actually get denied. Sometimes you can't actually set it to that difficulty level because you need to beat the previous one first to be able to go through.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you have to go through it multiple times.
I think
That's
you can
fine.
go up to 5 in the beginning in how we have it now, and then you have to start increasing the challenge. Now, interestingly, you might be able to pull off a level 5 challenge without having upgraded your gear or anything like that, but it will get challenging real quick because we expect after that to actually have gear that is augmented as you go through.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see here the modifiers as well for the different scaling and ranking.
They're adding
Plus, of
mechanics to
course,
the game.
You see what you actually get, like drop rates for specific thing. Where, of course, the augmentation come into play again that you already talked about a little bit.
And these are only for the testing stations that are out on the world
But
map.
yeah,
So
let's,
just
I
very
think we're
limited
just gonna jump
special
in and
locations.
see what those look like. We have a team of 4 here.
And before we jump into it, I would like to
Difficulty
show off
4
the
tells you. Okay, that's
personal
cool.
light that we worked on. As you can see here,
Ooh, neat.
Neil on the left side there, he has a personal light with him. Obviously, it's more helpful in dark environments, but it actually follows where he looks quite effectively. It's
that's kinda
it's a
cool.
much
So the environment is
for
more
personal
interactable?
light, basically.
Yes, it's a complete rework
They're blowing it up.
of your personal light. It looks really cool too, like your little
It looks good.
floaty body there.
It's poison.
And as we can see here, we're going into a poison dungeon. Someone said it
Overgrown.
would be a good idea to have a static compactor with you. I don't know why, but there might be a good reason for it.
There might be a good reason for a static compactor.
And all these dungeons, they
I
have
like that the
have
personal light
5
follows you
different
around.
themes,
That's
so
kind of cool.
Each of the 5 new dungeons have a different theme. This one is poison. But we also have electricity, we have darkness, we have fire, and we have radiation. And they play quite
Poison, radiation,
because
darkness,
both are
electricity,
different,
fire. So different
and they
things.
also tie into the theme of the dungeon.
The main vibe of the
I didn't. I didn't see.
And going
Can
to
you
a poison
augment
dungeon,
armor?
It would be a good idea to actually have skills.
Hey, CK. It just says early 2026, so don't know for sure. But there's supposed to be 2 DLCs and major releases in early 26, first half. So hopefully
don't get hit by the
January, February.
blasts.
I
don't
think
know.
don't get hit is generally a
I
good
hope.
thing
Sure.
for like
Yeah.
dungeons and electricity specifically. But yeah, but we see that our team is making its way here, like making their way.
I don't know. Where'd your team
Also,
go?
we have those doors, of course, that
Yeah.
we can talk about as well.
We have, at least internally, and I've called
Opens
them
the
the
door.
blood doors, basically, where and this is live already. We've done some tweaks to
Yeah.
them, and
They're just
still
doing this with
possible tweaks coming,
compactors.
actually.
Oh yeah,
But
because you
they,
could trigger poison,
they
like
spawn
poison traps with
enemies,
compactors in the
tentacles,
past.
basically.
Okay,
to,
cool.
To provide
That's fine.
challenge.
You also see here that there are specific traps as well. The
Those cuttable doors?
About environmental hazards and things like that, of course. I actually like
so they're just
how
cutting
organic
doors
this
open.
dungeon looks. I think it's very like, I don't want to say Last of Us, but like very organic and.
Here we go, kids.
I really like.
How many are in here? 4 or 5? Is this the final room? Is it gonna be waves?
Yeah, so you do have to clear those rooms, of course, the blood rooms. Like we had in some of the earlier eco-labs as well, the T6 ones.
Is it gonna be waves? No, I don't think so.
Is anyone using dual blades?
Yeah, and Camille, I saw him use dual blades.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. They're waves.
Work really well if you manage to stagger an enemy for a while and just keep going, because your speed of attack accelerates, and they all do.
That's not just a couple of enemies either. That's a.
So it's quite effective one-on-one at least.
I'm using blue blades on him.
That's all right. That's not bad.
I mean,
different layout.
Was it difficulty 5 that went in here with? Oh yeah, we can exactly difficulty 4. Yeah, exactly. Of course. Yeah.
That's actually reasonably hard. Can be.
Wow.
It is reasonably hard, he says casually.
The team can do this. I probably could have gone to difficulty 5. They have a good mix of different playstyles here too.
Yeah. There's some need charging going on.
There's 4 of them.
Just healing up a little bit, make sure we're ready for.
And we've done some updates
Pets.
to the signaling of the waves, basically, because sometimes you might feel that, oh, did the encounter actually end, or is it bugged? And then we have actually some signaling we start with blinking lights to show, hey, this is a good time to reload, to get your buffs on, things like that. And then
that's all nice quality of life stuff.
Signals. Well, now it's on, and it's simple mechanics, but they are quite useful.
There's fragments. Okay. So
from a chest. Yeah, I'm assuming
augment fragments. So you can take existing augments and break them down and get fragments, and you can use those as you're building augments. They were talking about blueprints. I was hoping you could take blueprints and break them down into something.
The game sound right now. All right.
Yeah. So Mary Ban is doing well.
Okay, next room. This room's full of poison.
They're basically destroying those poisonous pods first, so they don't get, or they're trying to anyway. So it doesn't. They just explode in the worst.
So as far as I know, though,
time when they're already engaged.
I'm trying to remember. Like you can certainly get some poison resistance from your skill set, but that's why I was wondering if they let you augment armor as well. I wasn't paying that much attention when they were showing the augmentation
screen.
It's
quite easy to get poisoned.
Yeah, Covington, this is all very much PvE, right?
Currently, the effect stays with
I still think maybe that some of the stuff they're doing is foundational for future changes.
All the debuffs that you have on you when you revive.
But that means, some people might end up waiting longer before they're like, oh, I'm definitely going to go back and play again, right?
You see also the pie rocket being used.
I mean, people might join just, to kind of
doesn't
keep their,
have friendly fire,
build up their characters a little bit, but none of us on the outside have like the real data that they have on like how many
really
players
nice
that are in
to
category. They
have
keep
someone
doing
go
the surveys, but
to get those NPCs out or like area denial, as you mentioned as well earlier.
I kind of have to I guess just kind of have to trust that, they do a survey, and then they prioritize what they're doing in what order for what they think they must do in what order. Like I'm confident they want to make money, so I know what their basic incentives are. But
as well, which talking about optimizations and everything isn't always the case, but you at least see the lights from everyone.
I think they've got significant ownership from Tencent, so I mean it's not like they're operating on their own. Some studios have got a lot more kind of creative freedom, maybe, if they can manage. They don't have a lot of oversight, but I'm sure these folks are marching to a pretty standard corporate drum.
Game as a foundation to build upon as well for future updates.
Well, they haven't talked about I swear some of that stuff that was in the demo looked like PvP Arena to me. And if they drop that with all of this, then that's at least some progress in that area.
going over.
You know, like, because people set up PvP arenas out in the deep desert on their own just because a lot of people thought that's a great idea, right? And some of those were pretty creative, I thought. You know, like they would build it in such a way that like
version of it that we're gonna build
the PvP area was just inside an actual PvP area, but you know, you have to build it and tear it down, build it and tear it down, build it and tear it down every week. That seems like a lot of work to make the game, to get that functionality to work for people.
Doing their best. They're doing really well.
They have to solve that. You know what I mean? They have to give. I mean, people want that.
Because those dungeons are not easy, especially if you.
They literally want it so much they built it for themselves.
Like I said,
right?
though, like I mean,
they went to a lot of trouble, so they at least have to get that out.
Where you won't get
hopefully
rewards
quickly.
anymore, right?
Otherwise,
but
you're not really paying that
you
much
can
attention,
actually
are
crank
they?
up. There's no limit to how difficult you want them to be. You can actually go to difficulty 100. So I feel like
Difficulty 100?
Groups of players will challenge each other in like who is the first one who can get and prove that they finished the dungeon on difficulty 100, for example, right? So I think that's, at least for me, because I like speedrunning, I like, you know, first world.
Are they going to do world first achievements?
Like you can actually do that here too. It's like, who's the
But if they don't track them, people won't do it, I don't think.
Also, that'd be fun to watch too, I think. That'd be super exciting to watch.
Like, imagine if they added that, like, world first achievements, like,
on the
for your guild,
was
recognizable leaderboard somewhere.
Completed this
that will get some people's interest.
But also, like you said, for time running, the amount of time that it took you to do it on. For example,
but that's only for yourself and for
it is
your...
only for yourself, yes. It is
for
a
now.
personal score for now.
It's personal.
We need to see where
He said for now. I heard him. He said for now.
A more prestige system for everybody to see instead of having to share screenshots. I believe
Okay,
I
didn't hear everything, but it almost sounded like he was talking about that prestige system for everybody to see. But I don't know if that was personal or.
Don't miss
there are some cases where you want ammo, some cases where you want med packs, sometimes where you have to clean poison, otherwise things start to take a little bit too hard, and players, well, if you run out of health packs, you start to panic.
Health packs. Okay, so maybe more reason to actually build all the health packs, and maybe they're adding more, maybe poison and other protection. So something to protect you against specific kinds of environmental attacks. More of that.
That are of course used then for what we're showing afterwards.
Ooh, some NPCs, some more clearing. There we go.
This is multiple rooms. There's more going on here.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're circling back, are they? These are more extensive. I mean,
you just saw Camille.
I guess they're as big as any other dungeon so far. 4, 5, 6 rooms.
Going. It looked easy there, but it was
Backpack
also
full.
long. It becomes, of course, more challenging when
What is that material?
Attacking you.
Do they get a material for clearing that? You can't tell because
You can be careful not
this
to be
backpack's full.
overwhelmed by it.
I mean, it's a more interesting looking environment. You know, loot boxes seem the same. They're 10 minutes in.
All right.
And I think we're approaching the destination. So if you can see here,
That's
this
3 or 4
is
rooms.
Obviously, a good place to reload. Have some spice beer. Get ready to use your prescience.
Yeah, look at all that stuff on the ground. What are those pods?
That's a god of your team. I don't know.
I kind of like this part.
In other games as well, ran into the boss fight and others were locked out.
Oh man, it's just mountains of poison. Is that a boss?
There we go.
Burbridge. Oh, it's a boss. It's like a little boss.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So yeah, we do. That's what you mentioned earlier, that we have done user interface.
Watch that damage meter. It's going to come down slow.
So we indicate the faces of the on the bar there. You also see right now it's blinking.
And he throws
this means
poison.
that the boss currently is not taking damage. There is more work to be done, so we're having another go at that to make it exceptional, to make it completely clear. I just wanted to mention it, so
Interesting.
you're aware.
Nice kick. Nice knee charge. Get that shield down. Okay, everybody's engaging him now. That's kind of cool, you know? People come in and start clearing the room. Somebody keeps him engaged. Oh, yeah.
Was it rooting for the boss?
I mean, there's an opportunity
our
for
team's
variety
more
and multiple bosses, but I mean,
still
probably the same boss for each dungeon.
No, he has a few tricks up his sleeve as well. So
Maybe it doesn't change. Maybe it changes, maybe it doesn't.
Sorry, are you okay?
Okay. Still a great environment. What's he doing?
Right.
That's what I need.
just doing something.
Is he gonna summon ads?
Oh.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna summon help.
A 1.
Okay, so you know, break him, get him down below a certain damage level or health level. Summons ads, you gotta fight those. Somebody's gotta keep him engaged. Okay.
So we are in the final stages of or the last stages to finalize this, but there's still balancing work to be done. Some kinks to iron out here and there. Overall, it's been very good progress on these bosses, I think.
He's also deploying like little additional poison things now, seeds now on the floor
Yeah.
that we need to keep to make sure to keep those in check.
This does look like, you know, this is group content.
Incoming!
And they're able to keep him kind of engaged.
It's interesting when I played, at least I find myself constantly in general switching between melee and ranged. But I find that for some reason when I go against the bosses, I generally start playing as a melee fighter.
Interesting. Why is that, do you think?
Because you can interrupt them.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I haven't thought much about
Maybe.
it. I just had that realization actually.
It's taking him some time to wear that guy down.
Most of the players here were actually using melee.
Yes. I mean, Camille here is using
Okay.
a bit of a hybrid between...
Hits the halfway
melee,
point.
of course.
Another round of ads. Maybe.
So he's
Yep, there you go.
down to half.
Not many though. That's interesting. So it's, you know, maybe there's one on each side or something.
Yeah, he spawned way more of these poison things
Yeah.
now.
So these
Are the
things
poisons
are-
regenerating?
It's good
Activating
in
them
the
again.
group to actually have someone be on static compactor duty, take care of those, so that the team.
A little bit of
the rest of the team can
specialization.
focus on the boss himself.
Some good damage in there.
Feeling gas, are we?
Do you need some water?
No,
Are you good?
coffee, yes, I apologize.
No.
Feeling
no,
gassed,
no,
are
no,
we?
if you want.
Okay. Clever dialogue aside.
So yeah, so this is then challenge level 4, which is still geared to, or yeah, balanced towards not using augments, and you can crank it up to 100. So people will likely find their limit at some point.
So this is a more
People will
straightforward
likely find their
fight
limit.
now.
I was going to say, we really don't know what their
We'll
gear
keep
level or is
doing
anything like that. I assume it's all
like a
Yeah.
spicier
tier
without
6.
not meaning to be
We don't know what kind of augments any of them have.
that jokey here. No, not that jokey.
So maybe those look like they're regenerating all the time. They are. So somebody has to keep clearing them out, or you're going to take constant
Yeah, he's
poison damage
focusing on
here.
taking out the poison bulbs here to make sure that it doesn't come and bite them in the butt, like literally. Well, not literally, but add to the challenge of the
It could be
overall
fun.
poison that's coming in as well. They make it look very easy because they kind of know how it works as well. And
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they probably
now he
practice a
gets
bit.
So third mark, he's got a huge AOA attack. Okay, everybody's going to trigger their spice.
yes, probably a good time.
His damage didn't move at all. Like, he must have been protected that whole time. He did not get him down. Yeah, there you go. Regenerate him. More poison, more poison. get off the ground.
Reminds me also a bit of Alien with the eggs. The eggs in the, like, you know, in the mist thingy.
Yeah.
Not to cross IPs here.
There you go. Come on, get him, guys. It's a sure thing. It looks like a fun fight. And this is one of 5 types, so...
It's getting close.
You probably are going to have to spend a little time thinking about what the fight's going to be like.
I keep wondering, like, what is the story behind the suit
Oh,
that
man.
he's wearing? That's
Last
what
half
I want
dropped
to know
really
now.
fast.
I need to check with the
That's got him, right?
team what exactly
Is he down?
the reason for
They
this
fight.
is.
They just got ads.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there is some kind of reason, because there's always, like...
Boss is down, 5
Alright.
ads.
I think in the past we had
There you
some
go. That
issues
took a
with
second.
not really knowing which was the boss, and suddenly you killed the boss. But I think
Oh,
at
God.
Oh, just one
Okay,
or 2
that's-
ads.
Yeah.
at least that confusion should be cleared away through this.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. All right.
Where's the loot?
And then let's get the loot.
That's junk. Junk. There's good stuff. That's not bad.
Our
Here we go.
big chest.
Ancient way.
New unique.
Okay. Augment pieces. Ancient way.
Which
Yep.
is not only available in the Deep Desert now. You can also get it in other boxes.
So these are schematics,
Yeah.
augment schematics that you're able to get here.
Exactly, and then
that
you have
you
to
then-
exactly. You have to learn them just like you do any schematic, and then they have charges, and then you can once you have the components and everything, you can of course build them.
Exactly.
And
Oh, so those are all
do
just,
your-
those are more blueprints
We're
or
actually gonna look at
schematics.
that afterwards,
Okay.
Because Camille is going to go back to the base now, and we'll look at how that works with the augmentations, crafting and everything.
Okay,
Well
maybe
done,
they'll
Jake.
show
Thank you
weapons
very
and
much.
armor.
Thank you.
Oh, look, they're applauding each other.
While he goes back to the to his base and gets ready for showing us other things, we can actually look at some of the other ecolabs, what they look like, some of the other kind of what the vibe is with these particular ecolabs.
Maybe you want to take this one,
Sure,
Alex?
absolutely. I apologize. I had to control that coughing. fit.
No,
that was
don't
wildly
worry about
effective.
it. I just didn't want you to die
Sorry,
here live on
people.
stream if
Yes.
possible.
So
what are we
on
watching?
stream, we're seeing a couple of the other dungeons. This is, for the example, the boss from the Darkness lab. We can see the Darkness ecological testing station here
With the nice
with the absolute lovely
personal globe.
personal globe. You'll see some of the environmental shots. This is the radiation testing station. Well, internally, we call it the radiation testing station. It has a wonderful set of lore, has a proper name, and a full-on narrative that players get to explore.
It has a proper name. Okay, that's
the
good.
electricity testing station. Again, internal
Oh, yeah,
name,
they showed this.
It
Yeah.
has a full-on backstory of players get
So
to
you
explore and
get to
understand
jump over and avoid
add to
these.
their experience of Arrakis. Let's see what the other one is. And this one, I believe,
I mean, when you compare like some of them with
yes, it
today
might
that are
be.
just
I think it
minimal,
is.
that's a lot more environmental risk.
I think it is. It's hard to tell unless we see the boss. Yes, there
So,
she is.
what
The
was that?
hero. The people's hero.
on fire.
On fire.
This girl is on fire.
It's
okay, I should. Oh
amazing.
god.
It's
I don't need
amazing.
the singing,
Apologies.
please.
And this one we just completed a moment ago with the team working through the internally named Poison Dungeon.
Poison ecosystem.
Internally named Poison
Alright,
Dungeon. Okay.
So,
Thanks,
we
Alex.
are waiting for Camille to be ready to show us what it actually looks like. How are you going to use those schematics that you're getting from those dungeons? So again, these dungeons are actually scalable, so you can either go in solo, you can go in with 2, 3, or 4
Blueprints
players.
for the main gear,
That
armor,
will
weapons,
scale
etc.
according to how many
Schematics for
people
the
you are playing
augments.
with, if you're solo, and you can also choose your difficulty level.
Exactly.
And depending on that, the loot scales as well, of course.
And it's worth mentioning that they're actually instanced as
Yes.
well.
That's
So
Yeah, very important to mention that. Yes, yeah, exactly.
They're instance. Okay.
And of course, replayable many times as you like. So now we're at the base. So let's see what we can actually do and what these augments
So, okay. That's good.
like as well. Stats.
all right. So I assume that we have some weapons.
So do they show up on your research
weapons we
list?
want to
Yeah, I was going to
augment.
say.
And here you see.
Oh, there's an augment.
The various schematics,
page.
like garment schematics, melee,
Nice.
weapons.
That's all right.
And the various ranged weapons and things like that. So
And
you can
how
see
many there
there's-
are
there's
as well.
So
quite
can
a
you
lot.
mouse over the
I'm
ones
not
that you
sure
don't
how
know
many,
yet and
but,
find out what they are?
It's a bunch. And then Camille.
That one you
will,
have.
Okay, here we see the level of the augment here. It's level 1, so you still have some way to go, even if you get your weapon fully decked out.
Yes, that's something else to mention.
What
that
is the
depending
100? Is that a
on
quantity?
Which dungeon you do, or like the difficulty.
Why would you
also
get
have
100
a higher
of them?
chance to get higher tier versions of that specific augment. So to mention, that's one for me. Anything that can help with recoil. That's
All right, guys. Why is there 100?
And it's worth mentioning that these augments, they can increase your stats basically, but there's actually some random number generation going on as well. So even if you have the highest level of these, do you actually get the jackpot and get the full,
the max.
Yeah, the max.
Possible
Yeah,
number.
exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So here we have
so
the
you could get the
augmentation
highest level
station.
augment and then get another one and
We
replace
see
it.
here the Halex pick, I believe. It
Okay.
is.
Yes, Alex Pick.
And he has 2 augments that are relevant for this. He could have many more.
Attack
but,
stamina,
they
block
wouldn't show up
stamina,
because they
reductions,
are,
nice.
the different augments are tailored
But that
towards
brings the
different,
damage
weapon
down.
types and,
What's the other one? Show
armor
us the other
and
one.
But
Come
here we
on.
have 2 options.
Block stamina. Okay.
I have to sit a little bit.
So
closer
they
to
they have
Flex
negative and
coating.
positive
Flexi-
benefits too.
Blade flex
Okay.
coating.
blade flex
Flexi coating.
coating. Yes.
So there's going to be a whole
There's another
tiering
one.
of which
That's the blade
augments are
optimizer.
better.
And you can see the stats here below as well. And then he's
Okay.
and here we have for the Pyrocket, we have the Pyrocket quick loader.
Increases ammo capacity.
Yeah. And we have the disruptor quick loader and the amplifier.
Okay.
So the better your unique is, the more of
And it
these
looks like
you can
4
actually put
per
in. So
weapon?
you can have level 5 augments.
And it
you
looks
can
like
have
at the
up to
top,
5 of them in
there's
the,
armor as
in,
well.
Let's say a weapon, and then you can hope for the jackpot for all of them, so you can have the maximum of everything. So yeah, so that's how that works. I guess.
I don't see any costs,
now
like
here
materials?
he is ready to attach an augmentation to the.
Was
the
that
weapon.
on a different screen maybe?
It cannot be undone. So once you commit, that's how your weapon will be forever, basically. But of course, for some of them, you can add more than just one.
You also see that it reduces the durability slightly. We also saw that there was a little bit of a penalty to it, so that's also kind of a thing that some augments are.
Yeah, I wonder if you can replace
they might have
one
a really
with a
big,
higher level version of the
stat
same.
increase, but they might have another slight.
There's armor.
But it is worth
I thought it was armor.
noticing that even though there is a durability hit, overall you can actually get twice the total of durability, but it might get reduced to, let's say, 170%. So even though it gets reduced, they overall have better durability than if you didn't augment them, actually.
You can do it on the armor too. That was the question I had. They haven't shown a lot of those yet, though. Like they've been showing all the melee ones.
So here we
Or
also
the
see
weapon
the range
ones, not
that is
melee.
possible on these specific augments, right? You see like from 3 to 5%. So we can roll the lowest potentially, or that here actually from 2 to 8%, right?
Yep.
So you can be very lucky. You can.
So there's a
use
range
specialization actually
before
to
you
help
apply it.
increase the chance to get to roll higher here.
Yep.
Did that go from positive to
But yeah,
negative?
there's a little
That's
bit
what's
of an
interesting.
RNG,
So is it possible,
and a
like,
gambling aspect to it as well?
if they would just stay on it for like a hot second, that'd be
Crafting.
great.
Let's see what we get.
In the advanced weapons
Can't see them
section
though.
there.
Is it-
Just lucky. Camille is generally very lucky.
The question I had was, is it the kind of thing where like
have
it could
him
end up being
crafting.
negative or positive? If it has 3 characteristics,
4%.
okay, so you got plus 4%.
Alright.
That was on the lower end, wasn't it?
It was it's in the middle. Like I think it was one that was 2 to 8, so it wasn't that lucky.
Yeah.
It wasn't
It's all
super bad,
positive.
but
It was
was
plus
definitely
2 to
not-
plus 8.
yeah. Well, we'll try again.
And of course, you don't commit until you put it in the weapon. So if you're not happy, you could.
You do craft kind of the augment separately, and then you use
Plus
the
7?
that you're
Yeah,
really happy with.
yeah.
Now it has 7%, so that's definitely better. I'm assuming he will use the 7% unless he rolls an 8% now. There we go.
All right.
Very lucky. I saw that. He went, yeah. All right, nice.
Happy,
Awesome.
happy. Good job.
That was nice. Almost planned. That was actually really great. 4, 7, and 8. There we go.
Yeah, so here you have some fragments. They are used to actually craft these augments.
Interesting.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, like in the dungeon, you will also find the additional material, the new material that you need to craft those things.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
It looks like the
And then all
The
these
craft or
combined
the refiners and things
specialization,
like that
the
are
new unique weapons from the dungeons, the augmentations
paintable.
go into.
I didn't think they were
you can
paintable
really
in the current game.
customize and specialize your character.
you change the
How you
color
want
on
it to
them.
be, like also for combat here, but then also if you want to do something else, like for crafting or for, like I mentioned earlier, you can actually be the
Like the water tank
crafter
that they
is
just showed was
known
green.
for being the best one at.
I didn't think that was in the game
making
right now.
augmentations because
Maybe it is.
they just have the best like skills and the best chances at rolling high augmentations. So you might not want to do those yourself because of course they're tradable, which makes sense
Yep.
in that sense. All
Okay,
right.
come on, what's next?
Let me just get over my list here to see if we covered. I think we did cover pretty much everything now. Yes.
Is that it?
So, which means we of course now again have time to answer some questions. I am taking a look here if... Perfect. Nicole behind the scenes is already ready with questions. All right, let's get right into it. Patrick Walker, N9W or N9W asked Anupa, are dual blades being added to a skill tree? Is it part of the new Lance Rat specializations? Everyone gets it.
Everyone gets dual
I
blades.
apologize. I'm sorry, I forget the microphone.
Yeah.
Everyone gets it. It comes online a little bit late. You have to do the story, find out what happens, to who it happens, maybe help them, assist them.
Is that the only
Be
part where the
rewarded for your
arena is? It's
efforts.
like that's just something
It
in the
is just
story.
another item in the game that
That would
everyone can
be
get access to.
probably disappointing.
Please enjoy.
All right. Sounds good. Like Chulan over on YouTube is asking, so with dual daggers, how does it work with equipment? We need 2 weapon slots
No.
for daggers?
It is considered a standalone item that you put on your hotbar. When you press it, you happen to have 2 daggers in your hands.
Interesting.
Sounds very convenient. Bam
about
over on
that,
Twitch is asking,
mystery
if you
slot?
pay the spice tax for spec time reduction, is that a permanent reduction in the spec cooldown?
It is not a permanent reduction. It is a increasing and decreasing amount of spice that you must pay based on how often you use it within a time window. Said another way, if I respec 3 times in 5 minutes, my price is going to go up. But if I then proceed to not respec for 3 or 4 days, it's going to go back down again.
All right. I think that answers that quite nicely.
Interesting.
Texasaurus on YouTube is asking, do existing testing stations also get this difficulty scaler or just the new ones?
Just the new ones. But
Just
we
the
have
new ones.
plans about taking the older content and doing something interesting with it. Stay tuned.
Ooh, exciting.
Something interesting, but not the same thing.
Solid Milk on Twitch is asking, is there a maximum amount of people that can join your testing station group? And also, if it's higher than 4, can you have
Still
more
4.
Can you have more 4? Can you have more 4 people in a party now? So can you have more than 4 people in a party now? No. it's
These
still
are
limited to
instances.
4.
Your party size is 4. You can do it as a 4Z, 3Z, 2Z, or as a 1Z.
Onesie, twosie. Okay, never heard that before. I like that. Otto Biardo on YouTube is asking, can you enter dungeons with less than 4 players?
Yes.
Yeah, I already said
Absolutely.
As
that.
you just mentioned, you can go in solo, you can go with a friend, with 2 friends, or in a full group, and the dungeon
All
will
right.
scale
Yeah,
accordingly.
and there is something that players need to be aware of. It's like you have to group up before you actually go there, because that defines who is allowed into the dungeon.
Well,
So-
before you interact with the original door that we saw.
no, before you actually go into the
zone.
yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, before you go into the
prepare in Hago
instance.
Basin, fly there,
Yeah.
and then you're good to go.
So
Yeah,
team up in
right.
Haga Basin, go to the Overland map, and then go there. Okay.
Sephiroth on YouTube is asking, what sort of rewards...
Does
can
everybody
we
have to
get with
go, or they just
dungeons?
pull people
Yeah,
in?
we
Can
go
one
with that
person
again.
go?
That's-
Be
Yeah, we can
cool.
just go with that in detail again as well. So you have like the new materials, of course. You have the old things as well, like the servox and all that, like the things that you need for crafting. William,
Yeah, and you
want
have
to-
unique schematics or schematics for uniques as well. Yeah, I mean the different. You have the augment fragments that we'll use and things like
Main
that.
storyline and quality of life changes
Yeah,
coming
so,
up.
So like I said initially, the Lance Rod missions, just doing those will will actually be to power your character, but going through the dungeons, that gives you the stuff that you need to power your gear, so to speak, to get the augments loop going. So they're part of the same. And what's interesting, I think, is that you're also doing, even if you don't necessarily care, you're doing it for your faction. So you might be very specific and go to the Landsrad and get that board. Get 5 in a row, for instance, but you might not even care, but you're still helping your faction by doing these things.
So for Landsrad, you're working on things like this combat skill or combat specialization, I should say. So skills and specializations. Specializations in Landsrad, and then you go do the dungeons and you're getting material for augments. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, so like I said, some uniques you can only put 1 augment on, but then you have others that you can put 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they do stack.
All right. So
I thought it was 4 across the board. I guess not. Be lower level ones.
And then go nuts, so to speak. Nylos over on Twitch is asking, will boss HP scale based on number of players?
Yes.
All right.
And challenge level.
Yes. Texorus on YouTube is asking, can we get the boss armor as well?
That's interesting. Let's talk about it.
TBD.
Exactly.
Stay tuned. Mystical
Someday
Miavar
boss
over on Twitch
armor.
is asking, if my group was to do tier 1 difficulty, can we go right back in at tier 2 and have the place be reset? Or do we still have to wait for reset timers?
No, there's no reset timer. But what you have to do, actually, you have to leave the dungeon. But you just have to leave, so you'll find yourself on the Overland map, and then you can go back immediately.
That makes sense for the dungeon to just repopulate with the difficulty level that you want to do. Yeah, that makes sense.
So you can just keep running it.
Right. Making sure I'm not hopping over any questions here that I've been shared. Kitty Hawks is asking, I'm seeing a lot of machines that are colored. Ha!
There you go.
Are we able to do that with the next update? Can we color all of our machines? We can actually answer that question in our next segment. So we'll get back to that. But the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Aden Duner on YouTube is asking, can any of these augments be gathered via PvP content?
Oh, come on.
This is geared towards PvE.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. He said it.
This was the last question, actually. Perfect. All right. So this means some really good questions, by the way. Thank you for that. Keep them coming for our next segment as well. All right. So now we are going, before we're going into a quick break, just quickly what we're going to talk about. For those of you who are curious, we're going to talk about the story, continuation of the story, and also quite a lot.
It's in the top right corner, Tasha.
Coming
Thanks.
away in chapter 3. And now we're taking a quick break again.
Okay. I'm going to take a quick break too. Oh, they can give us 3 minutes. I'll be right back. I don't think they're going to. I don't know. Maybe you would think that they would have said something about PvP, or at least hinted that there was a section on it. I thought that whole arena thing was going to be all about that, but my optimism or enthusiasm is dampened. I'll be right back. Boom. Yeah, the only place I would hold out any hope for the PvP stuff is if they say, if you go into the main storyline and you get to this point, it opens something up. But, man, I would have thought they would have been talking about that or hinting about it already or something. But maybe. Small chance, not much. I don't know how many sections they're going to do. Bring it on, people. Bring it on.
Welcome back, everybody, to our story segment, and we also talk about quality of life changes that are coming your way with Chapter 3. And we have a new guest, back. And also very Christmassy guest. You have I'm actually a bit sad because I was considering wearing a Christmas sweater too, but I have to find a way to put my microphone on. And I was like, hair's always in the way, so I opted out. But I love the fact that you are both very Christmassy, very holiday-y. Would you like to introduce yourself quickly, Niels?
Absolutely. I'm Niels, producer for the narrative team and a couple of other things as well. I've been here with Ole and have been shaming Natasha for not properly dressing up. We're working on that for next year.
Yeah, I will work on it, I promise.
But for now, I'm here to help talk about the story.
Yes. Also a face that we've seen on the stream before, and Ole Andreas is of course back. But Ole Andreas, production director on Dune Awakening. Yes, so we'll talk story. There might be some spoilers. So if you haven't played to the story so far and you do want to avoid spoilers, you should mute right now. Niels can actually, once he's done talking, we won't do huge spoilers, but we want to talk a little bit about what has happened so far. Not in detail, but we might actually talk about some things that are spoilery. What has happened so far? Where are we going? What's happening or what's coming up? Well, obviously not what's coming up, but what can we expect? Some teasers maybe. So if you don't want to hear that, mute us, and then Niels can do some hand thing. It's now you can come back, and if that works. But anyway, Niels, tell us about the story.
Absolutely. I'll try to improvise something exciting for you, and maybe you'll know. Yes, definitely going into spoiler territory, because there's really no way to keep talking about what's going to happen in the next chapter without at least recapping a little bit of where we've been. So, for those of you still listening, you will know that we've, at the end of the launch of the game, we discovered a couple of things. The main one being, you are not who you thought you were. You are, in fact, a Gola. And we were also left with the big question of who
I remember
that you were originally made from. In Chapter 2, we started exploring that question a little bit more. We went down two different little story threads. One, Fenring's agents being picked off. That whole mystery kind of culminating with finding our wonderful friend Taurus dead and replaced, impersonated by a face dancer. So the Bene Gesserit clearly having some level of involvement in what's going on. And separately from that, we also got to meet up with Aristide again. She had some harsh revelations thrown her way. Very awkward.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not.
Let's not talk about that.
But we also tried to figure out, who is it that you really are? And these are the threads that we're picking up on again here with Chapter 3. So we get a little bit of a hint or a clue as to where the face dancer might have ended up, and we are on the prowl looking for them again. On the way there, the first piece of content we're going to interact with is the Art of Canley, or this hidden away, unsanctioned arena near Harko, where I'll admit we took some inspiration from the books or from the people who watched the second movie, the arena on Giri Prime. And here you'll get an opportunity to get a sense of what it's like to fight through the kind of battles that gladiators of old would. It'll be quite fun. We're going to see a little bit of a preview here from a fight between two people that those of you who really pay attention might recognize. Most of you will not, because you won't have heard their names before. But these are the people who were in that cell with you back earlier in the game the first time you interacted with Tors. You'll get to have some more fun interactions with them
Really?
as well, later on through the game.
That's interesting.
As we are also introducing a continuation of the faction storyline. That also ties into some of the Landsred stuff that we'll talk more about later.
Yes, I am.
Says a little, but
very
not a
excited
lot,
that we
I
can
guess is-
reunite with another friend of ours as well. That I am really, I just really like that character. Like,
I'm similarly a very big fan. I mean, so we got to meet up with Arisi again in Chapter 2, and it
That too,
wouldn't
yes.
be fair to the lovers of the Harkonnen if we did not give them some similar fan service. So expect to potentially get a little glimpse of the Na Baron himself again sometime soon.
okay, so
All right.
also what I just wanted to mention is that I think I mentioned that to you before, and also the narrative team specifically, is that I really love the fact that we have those characters that you know from potentially only the movies, but many of us know from the books, and I love that we have the opportunity to make them more nuanced, you know, like not like black and white, good and evil, like this character I hate, this character I love, and give them within the lore and within
They
the
are going
universe,
pretty light on
like,
details here.
a believable and meaningful kind of character arc as well, and a little bit of a more nuanced character.
No, absolutely. I think with...
I'm here for the spoilers,
with
people. Come
Fade,
on.
I mean, one of the most exciting things was getting to develop him kind of beyond the point that we were allowed to see him in the books, right? Spoilers for those who have not seen the movies or read the books. He does pass away very tragically. Maybe not so tragically. But obviously in our timeline, you know, it's been 10 years since, and he's had a chance to develop a lot, and like extrapolating what that character would be like by this point with the experiences that he's had. And, you know, in the world where Paul is not, and instead there's a lovely young woman who he was intended to be wed to, that's been really, really, really exciting. And we think you'll have some very fun interactions with them.
Yeah. I personally really love that aspect, and I still think that while we're exploring that, we also managed to stay really true to the actual universe and, you know, the root of the characters and all that. So I think it's actually very exciting.
Sorry, I had to take care of something.
specifically. Yes. So something that we're going to touch upon in the quality of life changes, I think we can actually already, we've seen some cool cinematics here, also that we saw in the announcement trailer too from the story. So I'm personally very excited to see where it's going. Obviously, we will continue on the
Something
story
other
as
than
well.
cinematics would be nice.
Playing
Oh,
through
see
the
real
history
game, please.
And also know the lore and then kind of connect the dots and everything. Because the narrative team has been working really hard. They're fantastic writers too. So
I mean, don't get me
personally
wrong,
very
looks
excited
cool,
to
but-
play through this and see where this is going. Now we're going into quality of life changes as well.
This was my attempt at the movement. I don't know how to tell them to that the spoiler is over.
Oh,
We'll see.
oh yeah,
Maybe
okay.
I'll figure it out.
You can come back in. It's fine.
It didn't feel super spoiler to me
Forgot about
anyway.
that. Perfect. Thank you for remembering to bring everyone back in as well. All right. So, Ole Andreas, we have talked about so many things. New system, new mechanics, as we talked about, based on player feedback and a foundation to build upon as well with new exciting things. But besides all of that, we also have
Some of it's
quality of life
foundational.
changes in Chapter 3.
Yes, we do read different forums, Reddit, Discord. We listen. We watch YouTube videos. We do read the feedback that people.
You're
give
there.
us,
We know.
and we
You're hiding
try to
out,
Incorporate that into
lurking.
our plans. And some of those plans match up with chapters like this, and then they turn into.
Just a
quality
reminder,
life
if you haven't had a chance, please hit
which
the
also
like
then
button,
sometimes feeds
subscribe
well
if you
into
haven't subscribed, follow,
the rest of the
etc.
gameplay loops that we
You know
have.
how it works.
So I can start with mentioning the personal globe or the personal light that we talked about earlier, and I've seen a few times already. It's one, I think it's a really good addition to Chapter 3 because it works really well with the Darkness Dungeon and a few other of the locations, which are kind of dark location. And it takes it gives you a light companion. it's a really cool addition, I think. And then in addition
is
to
any of that from the books too?
new
Like,
endgame revamp stuff and the additions to Landsrad, we have also added a faction chat to the game
faction
as part of
chat.
chapter 3. This is going to be exciting. So as soon as you reach, I think it's faction rank 2.
So that's useful.
Right now, you will unlock the new faction chat, and then you can basically chat globally in the entire the world that you're on regarding anything faction related. So you can scheme and make some nice plans.
You can also have a
So
spy,
that
of course.
could actually be a
sounds like somebody
foundational
has
change
plans.
that supports
I mean,
later
I'm a Harkonnen
PvP
at heart.
changes.
Of course, I need to.
right?
Yeah, no, it's cool. So
Depends on what they do with it,
talking
but
about we
it's not a bad
we
move.
want to like if you have a Landsrad tile that you really want to coordinate around, you can kind of coordinate using that chat, which is really nice.
Right, that would make it a little easier
in
to.
the deep desert, we've made some changes. I can touch a little bit upon those.
Hold on, come on.
Mainly cleaning up a little bit around the shield wall. So we made the shield wall now into one continuous segment with ramps even leading down to the desert. You can see it on the screen here.
Okay,
So
potentially
you
more
can,
ground
can
vehicle
drive
stuff.
your ground vehicles all the way up and down the shield wall, the ramps basically.
Interesting.
And I know a lot of you guys love doing death races in the deep desert using your tread wheels and sand bikes and whatnot. So now you have a way to get up again as well. So it's really cool. I do want to mention that we have talked about this in a developer update in the past. Our intention is, with time, to return the deep desert back to its original vision. Is our intention here? So I just wanted to mention that as part of this as well.
Yeah.
What else do we have? I think the placeable swatches we can go into next. I think it's been seen a few times already. and
Placeable
it's kinda
swatches,
exciting.
there you go.
I really love it. Finally, quite a few of your placeables or your machines you can now add swatches to, and a lot of these swatches are also rewards as part of the new content that you'll have. So now you can have some really unique and personally crafted and tailored or customized bases that you can
also to
build.
answer the question from Kitty Hawks from earlier.
Yes.
Was asking
Okay.
about
Kitty Hawks
nicely
was
spotted, by the way, very
spotted.
nicely spotted. I wonder if other people actually.
I'm really
noticed that
excited
as well.
about this. The team really did a good job there. Yes, another thing is I do want to give a shout out to the base reconstruction tool, even though that was a part of the patch that we just did. It is such a massive update that the team was working on, and it seems to be well received, and it allows the players to take a break if they need to, but it's also a great tool for moving your base between different locations, or even between different sieges if you want to move it to a different siege. And a really nice quality of life on that base reconstruction tool, which I don't think get enough credit, is you can press X while you're placing it, and it snaps to the original location. Because a lot of people build bases quite intricately into terrain, or
As long as nobody else is using that
really
spot,
hard to-
if you change sieges.
like it's really hard if you're gonna try and make it go back there. So you snap it back, and that's perfect. So then you can take your base, move to a different siege, and then you snap it back right there if you want to.
If the space is free, of course.
If the space is free.
If the space is
there's plenty of
free.
sieges. And then I just want to mention that this also ties into our future plans around character transfer and server merges.
Yes.
Which
That
there
part
will be
I
more
knew.
information on soon. That's
They're just they're rolling out
different,
individual pieces so they can
updates.
eventually get to that
And
point.
then lastly, the vehicle relocation mode, which is currently slated for Chapter 3. We're testing it now in the NDA PTC, and then we'll test it in the public test client soon as well, which allows you, so if you have a vehicle that's stuck somewhere, or it's on the same map as you and you just wanted to relocate it to you, you can use that functionality and you can relocate your vehicle to you. Which
Interesting.
has been a highly requested feature. So all of these good things are coming in Chapter 3.
That's probably
I'm
also
super
going to
excited
decrease the amount of
to,
support tickets
to
they
share it
get
with
too,
you, and,
which is kind of,
keep
I don't
giving
mind
us
if it
feedback
solves
and
that
keep telling
problem
us what
too.
you need
But
and want.
I still remember back when
I've
we
seen more
were
than a few
early
people
on
get
testing,
stuck
and I
in
had my very
places.
first buggy, and That was when the physics were a bit different too, and I managed to lodge it in between a really tight gap, and I couldn't get
that's
it
what
out
happened
because
to
we
people.
didn't have like the system in place we have now.
People
so
were
I couldn't
getting
take
stuck.
it apart either and stuff, and I was just lost. It was just lost there. It's just like I'm a horrible driver in games. I'm a really good driver. I'm a very good driver, like in real life. I swear. I think my partner, my boyfriend, would agree to that. He better. But in games, I'm absolutely horrible. I'm really glad we have that function in game now. Just gonna
If you have to tell everybody you're a really good driver,
Right.
guess
No,
what?
well, even if you're a bad driver in the game, we have a tool for you.
Now
now.
we have a
So
tool
it's
for
okay.
that. Yeah, we should make that our motto. We have
It's
a
like
tool for
somebody
that,
who says,
you
well,
know,
to
like,
be
you have a
completely
question, we have a
honest,
tool
you're
for
like,
that.
well, I'm now
You have a
suspicious.
tool
So
for that.
I'm a really good driver.
Anyway,
Are you really?
We do actually have some questions now for this segment as well. All right. So the Trump Cap on Twitch is
That was a
asking-
weird
the
segment.
The Trump Cat, sorry, on Twitch is asking, can you romance Fedrosa? Asking the real questions here. I like it.
Look forward to the future.
Okay.
No, I'm not confirming or denying anything. But we have
God,
been
we
joking
don't-
around
we
about
don't need
it,
that, do
every
we?
now and then. There will be some fun things for people who would like to romance him. Certainly coming in here. We had some very good voiceover sessions with the actor, and he leaned into it well.
Oh man, that's exciting. Okay, all right, there we go. I wasn't expecting the answer. I didn't know that either, by the way. So thank you for asking that question. Kelly T over on Twitch is asking, can we get that Atreides blade the guy has in the pit? I actually don't remember.
From the
I'd rather have pets than
The
companions.
dual? No, not the dual blades, right? Because those.
Yeah, that's the appropriate
companions.
response, Cavington. That is
It
the
was,
perfectly appropriate
The
response.
question is, the blade that Atreides guy had. Can you get the Atreides blade? Sorry, can you get the Atreides blade the guy has in the pit? Maybe we can go back to. If you can.
see it again.
Yeah. Let's check it out again. I mean, I know someone is using the dual.
Oh, you
blades,
can see all the
those,
people
of course,
clapping.
You can get, but I'm pretty sure.
What detail?
That they mean something.
I'm not making fun of them. That?
I mean, this one?
I guess this one, because it has the Atreides salute.
They only have a couple types of blades anyway, so
I think we'll have to come back to this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
you should be happy we're
I
getting
don't know
two
myself. I have no idea.
dual wield.
Send us a screenshot on social media and ask, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah, tag us. Tag us on social media and we can get back to you because I actually don't know either. So, yeah. All right, we're going to the next question then. Apologies, but we'll try to figure that out for you. Mystical Miavar with another question. Why couldn't I have a dialogue option in chapter 2 to tell Arista it wasn't my fault? And I was so sorry. I feel that very much.
We just like to torture you. That's no. I mean, you try, right? She just doesn't really let you because she's a little bit too focused on too many things. It's tough that you had to find out that way, but we know that you were trying your best. It's not your fault.
No,
it's us.
We know. She doesn't know though. That's the important point, you know.
It's definitely your fault.
Oh my God, you're so mean.
Definitely your fault.
time Joel pitched the idea to me, and
You loved it. You loved it. Of course
I was
you
so
did.
for it. It's,
Yeah.
it's so good.
I remember as well the first time I heard about it, I was like, "You're such a." Anyway,
I live stream my tablet.
Moving
for
on.
some reason.
Invin91 on Twitch is asking questions of quality of life. Can we get more circuits to craft and dispatch correctly all components on storage?
We'll look into it.
All right, not promising anything, but we never say never. All right.
This is like the wish
Nightbot
list
only on
segment.
YouTube, will the swatches also be used for the building pieces so your base can be red or green, etc.?
Not for now. This is what I'm going to answer. So no, it's for the placeables, specifically some of the machines. I don't think every single placeable, but most of them.
All right, we can actually go back to the previous question because we are actually just having confirmation. I mean, like doing this like, I just got confirmation. Like this.
This just in.
Hello. Yes. We got confirmation. No, actually, I just heard that we actually do have faction blades in chapter 3.
We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun rewards for the
And
factions.
we have Camille here actually showing one of them.
Oh, was that the question?
Faction blades.
Oh, okay.
I guess that was the question. Yeah.
They do have it.
We probably
Okay.
didn't really, or I didn't.
I didn't understand.
I didn't portray the question well enough. I think that was on
Apologize.
me. Yes, yes, yes. So there are actually, with the new faction tiers, we also have new faction rewards.
Yes,
So-
correct.
Yeah, they didn't talk about that. They said the
Wow.
factions now go from 5 to 20, but what do you get?
Right. So
You have to
we're
get something,
able to
but they're not
question as
talking
well.
about it.
Okay, another question from Saisi.
I mean, like, I don't want to grind from
Saisi-
5 to 20
Saisi
just so I can
Phoenix
do the
Fire.
last
I
quest.
apologize. I'm so sorry for butchering your name. It's a really cool name, but it's also difficult. If Deep Desert will be reverted fully, is there going to be other locations for spice, sand, and plastinium ore?
We will take into account when we design and change things to make it viable for different types of playstyles. I can't commit to anything here now. We're still figuring out design-wise and kind of how we want to land it. But
They're still
when I'm
figuring
saying
it out
we wanna
at the
take it back
design
to its
phase?
original vision. I'm being on purpose a little bit vague for now because we still want to kind of nail that balance. But definitely keep giving us feedback like that. We're going to take it into account as we figure it out.
All right.
He said nothing.
And then we have a question from Boletis01.
I heard him say
Will you
nothing
release
there.
some of the in-game
Other
decorations
than they're in the
as
design
profitable?
phase still, so
Examples,
yeah, that's going to
carpets,
be.
pillows, etc.
I'm saying mid-year now.
There's no plan for that right now. But yeah, keep giving
right.
feedback.
All right. DTX Waldo on Twitch. Will there ever be a way to replay story missions?
Well, you can do that by
Starting a new
the game
character,
and playing
yeah.
a new character. But
Oh my god, yeah.
it is something we've been discussing. We'll have to see what time brings. But yeah, it's definitely something we've been discussing internally.
It feels like their
All right,
mission
and one
progress
last
thing is a little
question, a spicy
kludgy
one,
anyway.
from Siegewalker over on YouTube. Can we have arena PvP combat on?
There you go.
I mean, there's so many cool players building their own PvP arenas, so it's already kind of possible. But I guess they're asking for something more structured, in a way. Also, something we're discussing internally. This I'm not committing to anything here now because this is all about Chapter 3 now. I want us to focus on that, but definitely something we have been discussing internally.
Well, that's pretty definitive. Nothing.
Alrighty, and that
That's not there.
was
Nope,
the
nope, nope.
last question for this particular segment.
So people have built it themselves
now,
and they haven't done it. It doesn't even sound like they're starting.
Before?
That wasn't
No,
like a
actually,
hint,
we're
like
gonna
something
look
to
at-
come. So
We're not opening the giveaway just yet, so don't start spamming. You have more than enough time to enter the giveaway later when we open it up. But what we're going to do now, after we take another quick break, is we're going to look at the optional content that you can pay for, our paid DLC called Raiders, not Riders,
Lands.
Raiders of the Broken Lands, right after the break.
all right. Yeah, well, I guess we'll at least got a definitive answer there. I kept thinking that they were working on something like that, and I really had thought when I saw the trailer for this one that was a real possibility, but clearly not. They didn't sound like they. I mean, that wasn't one of those more to come kind of moments. That was a pretty definitive. It almost sounds like they weren't even thinking about it. Which is bizarre to me. Like, if they're just thinking they're going to revert or do something in the deep desert with PvP, and they're not going to add, like they just added 10 new areas to the Overland map, that they're not going to add some kind of PvP arena somewhere. And so I guess that means that the stuff that they showed in the cinematics was just cinematics and just part of the storyline. So maybe you get to go and play and fight, but not a returnable event, not something you can go back to with other players, even on an arena level. That's interesting. I'm truly surprised at that. I thought they would be going that direction. I would really think in order to, let's say, listen to all the feedback that they're getting and try to help try to kind of move the game forward for PvP players and PvE players all at the same time. There are tons of PvE content, but I would think they would have done that versus kind of punting it down the road on the PvP side and saying, well, we're just going to do some more stuff in the deep desert eventually once we get the balance or once we figure it out. So I don't think that doesn't give you anything on the PvP side. Be right back. Yeah, I'm getting an error on my YouTube. I gotta go check that again.
Welcome back, everybody. So now we're going to talk about the paid DLC. Optional paid DLC. Again, we have to iterate here that it's only...
I'm hoping that was temporary.
Also, because we did actually learn...
I don't know why I got an error on
from
YouTube.
The previous DLC, maybe. Ole Andreas, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I mean, we continuously see what you guys think of what we put out there, and we try to learn from it. And I mean, with the last DLC, we had some issues with the expectation around how many building pieces there were. We did address that, and the team worked really well on fleshing out the set, and now it's a really good set, I think, in the first one. So in chapter
they just dropped like pieces of the Dune Man set, and everybody was like,
clear, transparent, predictable
what the hell?
On what is included in DLC. I guess we can jump into it. So it's a very
So hopefully from here on out, they're going to release entire sets. So like,
yes.
Oh, here's 3 pieces. Have a nice day.
That people really like building pieces. So
they
going
really
forward,
do.
Going forward, it will be very clear what's paid and what is free content, thematic-wise as well. So yeah,
it's kind of funny that they just learned that. Go on, people.
Maybe we can look at the infographic first. What is included?
Yeah.
While we get ready to jump into the game. Yes.
Oh, here we go.
It's
74 smugglers building pieces.
It has over 100 things in this DLC, which is actually kind of crazy.
Right? It is. I mean, I'm super happy. For
100 things is way better than 3 things
of the smugglers building set. And then you have the armor and still suits for the smugglers. You have a light and heavy and a still suit. And then you have the 17 smuggler decoration pieces. There's some really nice furniture and
smuggler's swatch,
and cool placeables in there. Then you have the smuggler weapon variants, and then a raider buggy variant, which looks super cool.
It does. The raider buggy variant looks pretty cool. After just having the other 2 for a while, pretty excited about that.
I think the next thing is we're gonna actually dig in and
we're gonna
look
jump
at it.
into the live version of those. Yes.
I think see Camille here getting his ornithopter ready.
Can actually look at these things here.
There we go.
There.
Our resident builder Tor Egil, of course, again has built an absolute masterpiece with these new
shout out to Tor Egil.
building pieces. Shout out to Tor Egil, you magician, you. Absolutely.
Yes, as you see here, it's really gracefully built into the actual terrain and the geology. It's a really unique set. I think we talked about it a bit earlier. Like they're
it is kind of wild.
Scavengers, kind of by nature and by trade, but they're not scavenging, and it's not like a
what's it look like from the inside too?
Low quality crafted or ragged.
Yeah, it doesn't look
There's more of those kind of
really do care and they
quarter circle
quality
windows too.
And careful craft into what they make. So it's got a sense of quality to it. But yeah, it's It's kind of, what do you call it? The style kind of.
What did I call it earlier when we were looking at it? I don't remember what I said actually.
I don't remember.
We don't remember. You
wanna
tell
comment
us. Come
the
on.
Style?
So with the smugglers, we try to keep several things in mind. We have
do like
here
the windows.
a very organized group.
I like the windows.
That is kind of
You get doors right
on
off the bat, you
resources
get
that
all
exist
that.
on Arrakis. Obviously, they are able to acquire things from other places. But when comparing them to other kind of bigger name factions like the Atreides, the Harkonnen, they don't have the same kind of production base available to them that these kind of great houses do. So while they are like, you know, the more distinguished of
It's
the,
a different
the
style.
groups
I
you're
like
gonna
it.
find
I like it better than the
Arrakis.
Observer, really.
But
off the bat, I
they
like
are
it better
still
than
kind
the
of
Observer.
salvaging a lot of their materials from things like, you know, fallen highliners or things that exist within the world. A far cry, of course, from the scavengers who have to scavenge simply to survive. They have created something that is much more refined and that suits kind of the ambition levels that they have. So style-wise, that's kind of where, from an art perspective, we've been trying to focus on finding a way of communicating that.
It looks so good though, especially from the inside.
Right, but just the fact that it's a full set.
I
But this
love
is
how the windows look.
this is
so
part of
different from
DLC
the
though, so
inside
it
to
better
the
be a
outside as
full
well.
set.
They get a
So
completely different feel to them.
Here we also see the whole overview of all the different
There's
pieces.
so many. Like, this is for all.
Or will,
all
I don't know if you'll be able to
viewers
buy
out
all
there.
this. Thank you very much for
You want
subscribing.
your style
Appreciate it.
to mix and
Equilibrium
match
22
or just completely do
following
your own,
on Twitch.
smugglers
Thanks, sir.
base with. This is perfect.
Sir
for you.
and/or ma'am.
You sit in your chair.
Yeah.
You also see a nice.
That's neat. That's
On
all
the
right.
bed? Oh, okay, you're talking about it still. So
on stylish.
Can we see all the?
As ever, and yeah, the comfy bed as you see.
That all looks good.
I also
No,
really
it's-
like the lamp for some reason. I really like the lamp.
I actually
It's
saw
just
on
the
the,
lamp.
in the APTC there are a lot of people.
Fly up there.
commented
Show us the
on
lamp
that,
close.
so
Very cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, for some reason I really, really like the lamp because it looks very different as well from anything else we have in the game so far. And also the little pieces, of course, that you can place, little placeables.
And this space
Gorgeous.
is
So
only this building set and the decoration pieces. So this
Yeah.
is just built with
Nothing else
the
mixed in.
color set.
So it's
everything you
complete.
see
That's what
here.
they're saying,
Yeah.
right?
And
It's
of course
complete.
the ornithopter skin as well.
And that makes a big difference.
No, the ornithopter skin
Nope.
is a normal
Oh,
chum
that's
one.
a normal one. I'm sorry. Apologies
Yeah.
for that.
But yeah, I think you have the Raider buggy skin in there as well.
Oh yeah, it's the buggy.
Nice little lamp there. Looks really, really cool.
The ornithopter is fitting the
Is that the
so
Raider
well, so
buggy?
it's just like my brain just zoned down. It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's
There's another
perfect.
buggy then, isn't there?
Yeah, it's really cool. And then now that you can swatch your placeables, you can use the same swatch to make your
That's
placeables
cool.
look in the same style. Yeah, look at that.
So more reason to get those swatches too, if you want that, if you like that. I've only gotten a couple of them.
So many options. I love it.
Okay.
So yeah, this will be available.
I think that means there's
same time
another
as,
buggy.
Chapter
I
3
thought I saw a
launches,
different buggy
and
as
you can
well.
go on,
Very
Steam
open
and
buggy,
You can buy it there.
Right.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so there you have it. A lot of content, free, and then also the DLC here is coming your way with Chapter 3. It's around the corner. We're looking at early 2026, depending on testing.
I like the Pentas shield there
But,
on the side. That's a
before we
really
take
interesting location.
Another quick break before.
Maybe I can mention. Did we
go
announce the
ahead.
PTC now, or did we not?
No, I was going to do it at the end.
No,
but
you haven't
can
said
do it
anything
now.
about the
You can do it
PTC.
now. Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Since we're talking about testing and everything, and we're it's shipping in early 2026. Tomorrow, this is going live on our PTC servers. More information about the time and so on. And right now
Tomorrow?
we're going early with, going to PTC with it quite early because we really want your feedback and your thoughts and what you like, so that we have some time to actually tune it and kind of adjust it as people give us feedback. So please check it out. Tell us what you think. Give us feedback.
That's actually good news. That would be soon.
Thank
If this stuff's dropping or a
before
bunch
we
of this
go
is dropping on the
into another
PTC
very
immediately.
quick break, where we have a last round of Q&A as well. We're going to start our giveaway.
That's it.
So now you're
One more
actually
Q&A.
allowed to spam chat with !! AWOO! With 2 O's.
How do you spell? How do you spell?
Are you making fun of me? That was a nice awoo.
No, I just love how that's become a
It's
thing.
a meme. I know. I'm just joking. I was like, I still love it. I think it's. I still wish he was in the game. But anyway, for those of you who came in later, you won't know where this is coming from for the vets among us here in chat. So yeah, yes. So the giveaway will unfortunately only be open to Twitch. At this point, I'm very sorry about this. I apologize to YouTube, to our community over in YouTube, and also we are going to. I'm getting there, Ignacio.
Not on Twitch. Go to Twitch.
It's talking in my ear. Awoo.
Exclamation awoo.
Also, we're giving away 2 main games, 3 deluxe upgrades, and 10 DLCs of your choice. So spam away. While we go into a quick break and then go back into answering some of your questions.
I don't know what the awoo is. They've mentioned that before. That's some kind of inside joke or something. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what they're giving away. But so one more section of QA. This means no more major sections here. If you've been sticking around. If you've been here for the whole live stream, you're probably pretty close to getting all the drops. If they cut out early, I'll fire up the game and I'm going to go check on some stuff. I'll burn 30, 40 minutes in the game easily and get. If anybody who's been watching the whole time or has the, is up on Twitch, I'll get past 3 hours because I think that's what it takes for all the drops. I have to go check, but. If not, I'll come back and I'll do some more. I think later today I'm going to stream. I'm probably going to stream some Fallout 76, just because I haven't played much of it, and wish they were doing drops or something like that too. But I don't have anything significant planned in Dune to do today. See ya, Cavington. Sorry you didn't get better news. But I think we have a very good picture of what they're not doing right now. I mean, I guess that's the story. We know what they're doing. We know what they're not doing. But there's an entire additional DLC coming in early 2026. They're definitely doing some foundation work. They're definitely putting in some pieces that are going to be necessary for this. I think all that stuff with the he's talking about the stamina changes, the dash changes. Some of this kind of combat on a PvP. They didn't call it PvP, but I think that's what they were saying. They were hinting at it. So they're on it. It's Funcom, yeah. Hey, like everybody else, they hope this game will be around for 10 years. So the question is whether anybody else will be around for 10 years. So what do we have coming up this year? We got a lot. I mean, 2026 is going to have a lot of cool games coming out. Not the least of which, like GTA 6 is going to be out finally. Who knows what that's going to look like? But I mean, so much of what they've released looks really nice. There's so many good games coming out. The stuff that was on the Game Awards show was all right. I'm still not a big fan. Like that Game Awards show left me not perplexed. I was not as excited as I could have been about that. And not because like Expedition 33 won a bunch. It's just so much of that is it just reeks of like over commercialization. Doesn't feel like they're talking about games and gamers. It's like just a big ad. But I'm not going to spend all my time complaining about it. It's over. It's on to the next one. So let's find out what they've got left here. Maybe they'll give me a prize. I have no idea. So.
And welcome back again to our last Q&A segment, and also
let's hear the final questions.
That's running right
I don't
now.
think they're going to give us 30
if you
minutes.
Want to join in, !awoo. Unfortunately, it's only for Twitch. We're giving away 2 main copies of the game, 3 deluxe upgrades, and 10 DLCs of your choice. If you win, we will send you a DM on Twitch, just so you know.
Cool.
Awoo.
If I win, I'm giving them away on the channel.
Right,
I think I already have that stuff. So.
We have another question from Kitty Hux. Will we be getting Atreides Harkonnen variants for our carriers and crawlers?
No.
For carriers, yes.
Oh, sorry, carriers.
For carriers, yes.
Sorry, my brain was in a different place. Yes, for carriers, yes,
And
but no crawlers.
All right. Next question from Joby.
Atreides variants,
With the
Harkonnen
southern
variants
half
for the
of the deep
carriers.
desert currently PvE, but still containing
Oh.
PvP pockets at objectives, do you plan to adjust the layout or incentives so PvP remains engaging?
We don't have a solid plan currently. Like what I think, Wole, you said it earlier, that we intend to bring the deep desert back to the original plan or the original vision for it, basically. But there is some more figuring out that needs to be done, exactly how that manifests.
Wow, that was like pretty soft, brother.
We're currently working through the designs and like direction and how we figuring out how we want to actually in detail solve it. But I mean, we will take both PvP and PvE into account whenever we do this, of course. So
Again, that doesn't sound like we have this really fleshed out plan. We're just not telling you. That sounds like
yes,
we're still arguing about it
we are
internally. I don't know.
working on both server or character transfer is what we're calling it. Which is basically allowing your character to transfer between one world to another.
World to world,
Is,
not server to server.
Very close. The team is just wrapping up the small minor details now, and we're doing testing, and then also making sure that it works well with everything. And the team is basically almost there with it.
The
So
base
expect
tool
that
is like one of the
to
last
land
steps.
soon. It will work with your character, your bases, vehicles, all of that. You'll be able to just back up your base and transfer over, basically. And then server merges is a little bit further away, but also the team is actively working on it, and it's approaching the later stages of development, I would say. Right.
I have a theory about that.
You wanna,
What's he going to
I
say?
can just say that they are using sort of the same tech, basically. So like one thing
Yes.
has to happen
Yes.
before the
Yes,
other.
yes, yes.
Mm.
That's
Then
my
we're good
theory.
to go.
Makes
But we're
sense,
close.
because everything is connected, of course, in one way or another. Ref's Corner on YouTube, will the third Landsred faction still be coming?
Yes, please. Come on.
That's
Any
a
day
broad
now.
question. I think I can dodge that one.
Do you have to bring Joel in for this one?
Yeah.
That's why Joel's not
if
here.
This is the third faction in terms of the Landsred or something, the end game. Then it's still a
Thanks, Captain.
TBD. We'll see.
That's why they don't bring Joel on
Bastian
anymore, because
Twitch,
he was the one who
would it
kept
be
telling us they were going
possible
to do
create
it.
a separate augment tab so it doesn't clutter the inventory?
We don't have plans for that, but
You can get more
that's
inventory
a suggestion that we should consider. Yeah.
I want a sort button.
So keep sharing.
Not sort
through our,
view. Where I know there's a sort view where you can like
Such.
switch different sorts.
Warlord Platypus over on Twitch is asking, can we carry passengers between overland locations in our ornithopters?
No,
Warlord Platypus.
No.
no.
Great.
Yeah,
It
I knew
is
that
something that we have been looking at, and we might look at it again.
I think that's a technical problem.
It is a bit of a tricky
That's a
problem to
technical
solve.
issue.
It's not like we don't want it. It's just that it's
Technically,
a challenge to solve. And right now, as a company, we also and as a team, we also have to focus on solving other problems. So it's not a current focus, but it's
Badger.
definitely something we have been looking at in the past. So yeah.
All right. Arc Space Quest is asking, what will the new building items be made from? I've actually pinged our resident builder because I have to admit, none of us three here was actually sure. We weren't sure. I'll see if I can...
Just make them out of
I
granite.
don't think Todd Egan has answered.
I don't want another
I'll
material.
try to get back on that question in regards
We already
to
have two
what
materials for
type of
building, right?
I would
Plastone
expect it is the same as you would
Granite.
build with the other ones, like the Atreides and if you're talking about the smuggler ones. I would
Yeah.
expect it to be the same, but we can
from the
confirm.
DLC. Yeah. So if
Oh,
we
I
get
guess if you want it to
confirmation on
be
that,
something that'll stand
we'll
up in the
definitely let
deep
you
desert,
know.
you want Plastone.
Can we sleep in beds now? Space God 1 is asking.
No, but we have been looking at that as well. Again, it's not a focus right now.
Why?
But yeah, keep giving feedback like that.
Why
Something
would
that
you do it?
we might look into the future.
So we have another question that is in regards to the building set that we also not 100% sure of. Will we get half wide walls and floors? I'm guessing that's also in regards to the new building set. I would kind of expect so, but I'm actually not sure.
I don't remember. Like in my head, it's like 74 pieces. I do think so, but
Same.
But I'm not 100% sure, so we should
Same.
be confirming this.
Yes, so
rather.
I did ping Tor Eagle about that as well. And if he has time to answer, I'll definitely update with the reply to that. Serena Savage is asking, will the relocate tool for the vehicles work on vehicles stuck in social hubs? Good question.
That is a good question.
That feels like exactly the kind of thing they would
Check
forget about until
before we
later.
ship it, and then we will see what
Yeah.
happens.
It does.
Vehicles stuck in social hubs.
How is your vehicle getting stuck in social hubs?
Did you go to the bar and have a few too many drinks?
So you couldn't drive home because you were too drunk.
You fly an ornithopter there, and then you take the ornithopter pilot,
meant for those
trip
kinda
back, and your
edge
ornithopter
cases.
is...
If you can't drive, don't drive.
Technically, vehicles cannot spawn in social hubs, but I think I understand what they mean. I mean, we'll look into it.
No, you fly there in your ornithopter, and then you take the trip back that you pay for, and your ornithopter's still there at the social hub. Yeah, it's there. Come on, buddy.
I think currently the tool only it's only on the same map, right?
It's all on the same map, and you can't use tools in social
Yeah, that feels like the kind of thing they just forget about. They don't even see. Like, I'm glad somebody brought it up. I mean, not that it's ever happened to me, but that's funny.
Yeah.
I have to make sure you get the microphone.
Yep.
Alrighty. Rashid Williams is asking, will there be an attachment to God of Flower Sand with crawlers?
Flower sand with crawlers.
No.
Not in the plan currently.
There's not enough of it, is there?
You still have to go onto the sand, dare your life with the...
Use the compactor.
I mean, you could just naked run
Or
like
naked.
I do.
You can naked. Yeah, you
Naked
can
run.
just hand collect.
Nothing is like gathering some flower sand early in the morning naked on the sands of Arrakis.
You have some really weird hobbies, Ollie Andreas. Let me just say that. Like, okay, interesting, but yeah, let's not iterate on that further. Not yet, maybe next time. Grumfield is asking, will there be a way to go back to another faction if you already swapped faction one time already?
So we're not getting the third faction. There's not really any PvP progress.
No. If you defect once,
they don't trust you
won't
anymore.
Have you back.
They don't trust you anymore. Nope. Gotta choose your gotta choose your
I'm still happy. There's a lot coming, and if they're dropping stuff into the PTC like within days,
Drew Lopez
they're
is
very
asking,
close on
is
the
there
stuff they're
any
talking about
announcements
now.
about console release date?
No announcement. We are working on it. We have builds running, and it's looking pretty good. There's some cool adjustments, or like we're customizing also quite a bit for the console, so it's using different elements of it, like the different what do you call it, like technologies of the controller, etc., etc. So it's coming along quite nicely, but no release date. It'll be late next year is what we said so far.
All right.
Well, that's news.
Lupus8841 is also asking, what about building items like lamps? Will they be raised to like the limits? Sorry, building limits.
No, mostly this is mostly a performance concern.
That's an engine
to be
issue.
honest.
That's,
so
yeah.
We'll, like, as we keep working on the game, we continuously optimize. We continuously look at things like this. If we see that we have the option to raise it, we will definitely do so, because it's one of the things that is requested. But right now, performance is the limiting factor, and yeah. So maybe in the future. For now, no.
All right. How's Erebus on YouTube? Any word on allowing fabricators and storage set to faction permissions, similarly to how they can be set to public or guilds? Faction permissions.
Faction permissions
on fabricators and storage.
That's a very
so you can say
esoteric thing, isn't it?
That is not on the plans, but it's also an interesting idea.
Can be just nice to your faction only.
You can just put it to public, and then you say like Atreides only, like write a sign above it.
No Harkonnen allowed.
Yes. And then you have like snipers hidden in the different mountains.
It's a cool idea, though. I like
turrets.
Yeah. I mean,
just shoot the other faction. How about that?
Yours is fun too. Yours is fun.
And I have turrets on my base.
So Evil Angel is asking, will it be possible to restore completely broken armor, weapons, and equipment?
Currently not on the plans.
No.
But recycle.
Yes.
What about recipes for like Ari's
Connor
pistol and
Michael
stuff like that?
is asking on
I know you
YouTube,
outgrow
are
it,
any
but-
adjustments or balances going to be made to cripple strike?
Thank you. we are currently not doing balancing on cripple strike. I think with what Alex talked about earlier with the stamina cost and things like that, we will see how that's received basically. So we do want to do a full assessment of combat and balance, but I feel that we have reacted maybe a little bit too quickly in some cases, and in that, because of that, the game has drifted in a way that we didn't really predict because we didn't fully understand the consequences of things we did. We fixed some bugs, and that had consequences that we didn't fully understand at the time. And I think that we need to take a step back and look at where we are, and also define clearly where we are going. We are not at that stage yet, but there are changes that you'll see when you play, but it's not going to be the full package that people are hoping for, not just yet.
But it's coming. Or we're looking at it.
Oh, it is coming.
Alrighty. Let's see.
It sounded to me like he was talking like in a circle there. I wasn't.
See if we can answer some
We not say much, but there's something out there. Yeah.
Woo.
Woo.
Not complaining, just saying.
Also, I am checking in.
Like half of the things they say, I'm just judging them on, are they denying it? Are they acknowledging it? Are they kind of just
if you want to have a
filling
chance
time?
At either
And
winning 2 full game versions, 3 deluxe upgrades, or 1 of 10 DLCs of your choice. Okay, we have Alan Estrada. I think he had a question, or they had a question earlier too, on YouTube. Can we please have the higher tower fabricator craft the lower tier stuff as well? Probably a question for...
that would get busy, wouldn't it?
So
I see what you're saying.
It's a tricky thing in a way, because like the more we optimize like this, the less need you'll have to expand your base. So we are actually careful and making sure that we want players to have all the things, so that they will have to keep engaging with the building loops and build things bigger. So we are not planning to.
That's kind of
do
weird.
that just
like
now.
I'm literally making my bases smaller. I mean, like I don't mind like having a big guild base, but
Okay. And another
I'm like,
from,
you know, looking at the
from
little
Pixels
tax-free,
24.
compact,
When
put
will this
everything in
build
the
be on
corners.
The test server, we actually mentioned that already, but you can
I
go
like
and
that.
check it.
I can repeat it.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Might have missed it. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, will be available tomorrow. Is it going to be a bigger party size? I mean, we had kind of a
No.
question like that already, but we can iterate on that.
There'll still be 4 player party size.
Okay, actually, I got some answer here as well now. So there are half walls indeed in the. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to
Then
make
we
sure
weren't
that-
lying, or
No, I was
hallucinating.
pretty sure. I just wasn't 100% sure. So yeah, there will be half.
How much of this they were
walls
making
in
up as they go?
in the DLC. Also, I should get an answer anytime now regarding the.
I like these. I really,
material
honestly, I like all these guys.
well,
I
we
think
have
they
another
do a
question,
great
though.
job.
No, actually, we answered that question already. But I got the answer now regarding half floors, but not.
But I really only listen.
All right,
I mean,
now,
there's only so
that
many
was
games I listen to the
the-
developer live
the
streams.
answer
Like the
from
Valheim
Resident
guys, I
Builder
love.
regarding
These guys
the,
are great.
Question for the DLC. Also, now we have what material. So let's see if you can answer that as well. All right, but I think.
I wish they would all do this kind of thing
Okay.
all the time, even
That's
if they
actually a
have to sit
question
here
from
and take
Nicole.
questions they don't have answers to.
What faction did you? I mean, people know I picked Harkonnen. I mean, come on. What factions did you guys pick, though? Nicole wants to know.
Atreides.
Oh, boo.
Oh, boo.
I picked Atreides. I'm not exactly sure, because in Anarchy Online I click Omnitech all the time. So
yeah, there you go.
I surprised myself a little bit with
the bad
Atreides,
ones.
but I
You're
went
going
for
goody.
Atreides. Yeah.
Goody two shoes, which they are.
I like the Atreides variants better than the Harkonnen variants. I
not
really
defected
do,
yet,
but I
so
like the Harkonnen
maybe
colors.
one day.
You're planning to.
But there's actually another swatch
All right,
that's like
so
the
I
Harkonnen
was
colors
checking in on
that is close enough, and I end up
what's
using
going
it.
on if we
Kind of a
have,
deep maroon red
our
thing.
winner draw.
But the Harkonnen,
see
like the
anything
bubbly
worked on.
thing,
So we can discuss a bit more. Okay,
doesn't
so
speak to me.
I
But
don't
I'm
know
very
here,
anxious about
actually,
some of
because
these other
there's so
variants.
much in this new chapter.
So much.
What is your favorite thing, though? Can you even choose?
What is
because
your
you both
favorite
have been
thing?
working on pretty much
So-
all those as in your.
I think
your
for
roles?
my sake, I mean, it's connected. I think if I were to choose one thing, I would were to
Yeah.
choose the difficulty scale dungeons, or sorry, the testing stations. I think those are my favorite thing, because I will always want to be able to challenge myself to something a bit harder. I'm very glad that we're.
Man, I don't know what level my
both
character is on the test,
people play
the
solo or
PTC.
duo or
100%.
trio or 4-player parties.
Because I'd love to get out there and try
participate
some
in
of
them
those.
and
But
challenge themselves.
you go
I
out
think
there
that's
when
the
you're
one
not
thing I'm looking the most forward
high
to, because
level?
I want to be able to beat it at 99 difficulty. I was trying 10 the other day with Jeff, when the person next to me in the office. We got hammered. It was so hard during the duos, but it was a ton of fun. So that is probably my one thing.
I'm going to take a low-level
Yeah, I
character and
think
put it on
we,
one
like,
and go out there
definitely
and see if I can
hands
just
down
get through
the
it.
new bosses, the new testing stations, basically, because they are much closer to.
I don't know how you kill the
vision that you
boss
have
with the
for how it
ads
will
and all
be,
that stuff on the
basically,
testing
but,
station.
You know, time,
Unless you're over-leveled.
being what it is,
And
we
then
didn't
you
manage
can-
to fully get there. But now this is actually what we all wanted them to be. All like have them themed, have bosses, and also the fact that we finally have proper.
Ooh, that's
we have
interesting.
instancing, we have a difficulty scaling, and we're basing it not just on how difficult you choose it to be, but also how many are going in there. So like those are things that. As an old game.
He just kind of said this is what they
Yeah,
wanted them
of
to
course
be
we're going to do
from the
it.
start.
We've
That's
done it,
kind of
and,
that's
it's
good.
looking really good, actually.
Exciting. All right.
And I think as a survival game, which Dune is, it's cool that we're going so
Oh, nice.
deep into the system side for me. So I'm looking
Lance
forward
Red,
to the grind.
faction
For me,
ranks.
It's going to be an exciting.
5 new challenge
grind.
locations, specialized progression,
Yeah,
specialization,
Me too. Like I wouldn't call it
augmentation,
grind,
and specialization.
but,
Those are
I
new.
love the whole
5 testing stations, 5
min-maxing
challenge
aspect
locations.
of it, because I'm a stickler for that. Like I want to get the
New
best
chapter,
gear possible, the best RNG,
new weapons
and
and rapier.
Yeah, so
Even if
I'm
it's
actually
not-
excited for that.
Even if it doesn't need.
Oh,
to
those
be
are
a
the
grind,
smuggler
grind,
vehicle. So I like the smuggler.
Sorry, am I not-
That
that's
smuggler
fair.
buggy
All
looks
right, so
kind of
we
awesome.
have. I hear that we're
I like that a
already
lot.
actually we're already reaching out to the winners, so we actually have winners already. Do we have all winners? So should we just stop with the giveaway? We can move on. So unfortunately, for those of you who haven't gotten, or we're in the process of DMing you if you won, but with that said, the giveaway is over.
No message. I didn't win.
There.
Hope somebody won.
Here we go. Okay.
I'm sure somebody won. So
Maybe we can have the
bunch of Luna nonsense.
infographic
Thanks,
up again
Amazon.
to see how beefy this update is going to be. I think really, like, this is all
Pico.
coming
How you doing, sir?
for free. All the new systems, as we mentioned, based on player feedback, placed
Yeah, all
based on, like,
PV
discussions that
all
we're following
PVE largely.
on Reddit, on social media, on different types of forums.
No,
Discord, of
I
course,
can
as
say
well.
no PvP
And I
concept
think it's a
at
very,
all.
very, very good foundation that we have built here to really also, expand on and like.
I'm adding
work
my
We've got some
creative
exciting
content.
plans in the future, building on top of this and fleshing
they're
out
gonna
other
come after
aspects
me.
of the game. So look forward to that. I mean, the game has been out for only 6 months already. Sometimes it's like mind blowing.
Yeah, it's actually
6 months.
hard to
And
to think about that.
and I'm super excited because we have a ton of stuff for
Hard to
you
remember
all
that.
to share and play in chapter 3. Did you have something on?
Hold the mic. I just wanted to like I have the memory of a goldfish, so I have to have cheat sheets, and it's like these are the things that I wanted to talk about. But
What did he forget?
All right. So here you have the graphic again, and I think with that. No, wait. We actually had 3 more questions now. I just remembered. I think we
More questions.
Did we? Just making sure I didn't forget anything. No, we have all the questions that were related to me answered, so that's great too. We got that out of the way. So with that said, Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being on this journey with us. We really do appreciate it. If you haven't yet, update your client to get the free DLC, or not DLC, but it's a pack.
Yeah, it's a lot of good new content. Like, there's no complaint
with those
there.
Really fun, placeable.
I expected them to do something more like with an arena. It just that sounded flat.
I'm a huge fan of this. I just like little tidbits like this that work for role playing as well.
And there's free stuff out right now. PTC tomorrow, free stuff out right now.
And also remember to follow our socials, Dune Awakening everywhere. Join our Discord. Keep giving us feedback. Possibly, if possible, constructive feedback that we can really work with as well, because we do actually love constructive feedback. It's important to us. But yeah, I think...
Go to the Discord, complain a lot.
I'm just getting a message here. Okay, all good. Cool. All right. Yeah, that was it. Thank you so much to my guests here, Viljar and Ole Andreas.
Thank you.
And we do, of course, hope to see you for the next stream, and stay hydrated, sleepers.
Very cool. That was a lot of fun, actually. I'm going to play this again at the end. Not super loud, but... This is the same trailer that we played at the beginning of this, and then they played it again. Oh, I guess not, huh? You're not going to show me the trailer? There you go. Try it again, man.
Chapter 3 is the biggest update to Dune Awakening yet. A rebuilt endgame, new maps, missions, testing stations, and much more.
Yeah, Pico, that was the thing I really was hoping. I mean...
Choose among the great
it's not going to alter my game, but
Landsrad missions that will further your specialization.
Those are great.
As a crafter,
a lot of new depth there.
Explorer, fighter, or saboteur. 10 new locations are available across the overland map.
That's a lot.
Each with new challenges.
That map's not going to feel empty anymore.
These include 5
and they took out the little fuel and water thing around your...
with scalable difficulty and rewards.
That looks great. Fantastic.
Once you completed these challenges, return to your base and craft augments, a new way to upgrade your tier 6 gear and progress in the endgame. Dozens of
specialization for your character, augment for your gear.
Armors. Speaking of weapons, new dual blades provide a unique way to approach melee. The rapier, reborn, turns attack into defense in a single fluid motion. And from afar, the pyrocket smokes out
the pyrocket
those who think they can hide.
This is the part that I thought was going to be a sign of an actual PvP arena, but no. This is just a cinematic.
The main story of Dune Awakening continues in Chapter 3 with the new storyline. Infiltrate the arena in Neo-Carthag and fight in bloody gladiatorial battles.
I give you the degenerate killer!
Then reunite with a familiar ally and descend into...
Yeah, Pico, there's another DLC coming early next year too. First half of the year, I think. So they just did.
3 also launches with a DLC.
They just didn't sound like they were as far along on some of the stuff I thought they would be. But this is a lot to work on.
A 17-piece decoration set, 3 armor sets.
They manage their own work queue.
This is Dune Awakening, Chapter 3. A rebuilt endgame, deeper systems, new missions, new weapons.
Yeah, those little boss fights look pretty cool.
To define your role.
They came in nameless. Now the pit carves their legend in blood.
Like that really felt like it was a
more Chapter 3 details.
PvP arena thing. So
on Arrakis.
Very cool. Well, I think the other thing that was going on was, and then we talked about this at the beginning a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way through it again. What's the new thing? So there's, is this the free surprise? This is out there right now. Gift of the Sands free pack. I think you can just go to the Steam page and get it. And they're just kind of highlighting the base storage tool, things along those lines. And you can go and pick up the past Twitch drops the observer set stuffs if you miss any of those along the way. Cargo ornithopters. Get your vehicle unstuck. I don't know what the griefing elevation is. We've put further prevention methods in place, and they fixed a known Solari duplicate exploit. Is that the one where they're killing themselves inside the social hubs? That's great. So that's new. There's a new, there's some free stuff there. The patch notes are out, and it looks like tomorrow there's going to be some big stuff on the PTC. I interpret this as a lot of the things they talked about today should be on the PTC tomorrow. So I think, playing around with the augments and the specialization, things like that sounds pretty cool. Although I don't remember in the PTC how much of the lands red stuff you could really do, but it looks like you could maybe you can go do the quest. If that stuff's out there, that's going to be pretty great. Like, I'm definitely going to jump in there and start playing that again. So I think at this point in time, I've been on about 2 hours and 56 minutes. I'm going to check the Twitch stream or the rewards. See how far we are. I don't think I can get into the PTC right now anyway. Oh, it's so close. I'm going to see if I can bring the game up. I'll be right back in just a minute. I'm going to go to a be right back bumper. Maybe take a little break, and I'll be right back.
I dream of it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, hey, Pico, just saw your comment there. One huge thing they mentioned, Pico says, this is over on Twitch, they mentioned they're focusing on time allocation. Yeah, I think you're 100% right. I mean, these are all businesses, right? These are development teams. I don't know how many of them are dedicated to this. This game is, like what was it Ole said at the end? Like it's been 6 months or something like that. So it sounds like they still have, I mean, they have to have a lot of people working on it to produce that much content, like it's not the original game, but They spun down. They all got to take their vacation after they did their launch. Let me go ahead and charge this up. Taxes are due. Maybe I should pay taxes. This is the regular game. This is not the PTC or anything like that. I'm just going to burn out, I'm just going to burn up like 10, 15 minutes here to make sure that I cross that 3-hour mark on Twitch for anybody that's been hanging out over there as well. And myself, I think I get the drops off of that too. Looks like it was a nice collection of them too. We did some revamping here. I think Pico's other comment was they don't seem real confident. I don't know if you were here earlier. I was talking about that. Like, I listen to every one of their answers, and I judge it kind of, do they know something they're not telling? That's one option. The other is they don't have anything to say, and they're just kind of dancing around. And, sometimes in the middle, they're just covering some, they're just circling back around without saying anything at all. So, yeah, so I took down my large base, and I built, like, this small base over here. Like, I got kind of tired of the taxes and all the fuel that we had to do. So I just built a small base over here in sight of our guild base, and Ripper's got one over here nearby too. So he may still have his full base up at this point in time, but we started doing some consolidation, waiting for I don't know that we're not really talking about like base transfers or anything like that, but we have been consolidating a little bit. I know before what's going on here? Power. This place is powered just on the ridiculous, like the simple fuel cells. But I mean, there's been, there's not a lot of new content in the game right now, and not that I've even gone through all the DLC yet, but this stuff looks like it's going to be great, right? So, like, gosh, what are we doing here? Can I get down here to this other base? I think that base has probably got plenty of fuel. I don't need to go there. I can go back out to the world map and do it. But I guess that means we're probably within a couple of weeks of the new drop. As long as nothing goes wrong during the PTC, the testing there, it'll be pretty good. But I think for now, this is for PvE, which is, that's primarily what I was doing. I was kind of looking forward to the potential of an arena. Although I guess the issue is if you're on a server that a lot of people have quit and aren't playing, even the arenas, the player-made arenas aren't happening at this point. So they're going to get rid of these little silly bars, like this little water thing and this fuel thing, which, never made much sense. Like, you could just go park here. Like, if you were just there's not a lot to do out here anyway. So it's like, why would I be flying around, going places, and need to have any of that? So they're going to do that. They're getting rid of that piece. It looks like they changed the color scheme too, which is kind of fun. Let me go ahead and put myself on a flight path up here. I'm just going to jump out there. So they changed the color scheme so it's a little more sand looking. And I think they changed some of the layout too. But I mean, I don't blame them. You can be asked 1,000 different kinds of questions on a call like that, or on a live stream like that. You can't have an answer for everything. But I think some of those things they've hinted about, they didn't talk about at all. Like, I thought I heard some news about them changing some of the deep desert so that there are like no fly zones that were all PvP, and that's pretty cool. Like, that would be a substantial change. What is this? Check out this guy's little base over here. It's pretty cool. That's interesting. I mean, it's creative. There's people out here. There's people talking in the deep desert. It's a good sign. Oh, there's a carrier. Is it moving? Come on, buddy. Go set it down somewhere, man. I want to see that. I can't attack you. Don't worry about me. And they're going to put ramps from the deep desert down, or from the shield wall area down into the deep desert. So you could literally take your vehicles out here, which is kind of fun. Okay, looks like he's just hovering. I'm going to fly out here. That's what I really was hoping they were going to talk about, Pico. Like that, it seems like that would be the easiest place to add more PvP content, right? Even if they're like, we want to take a bunch of time to mess with the deep desert, they could add more PvP content out there, you would think, much faster. But maybe the arena thing was harder to implement than I would imagine. Like, I didn't think it'd be that hard to do. I thought they could literally just plunk something down in the middle of the map and, you know, like anybody who wants to can come in and fight, but there's probably an entire... They did say they were talking about a prestige system, you know, like there was some hinting at, or a little bit of discussion around like world first. They didn't say it was going to be in it anytime soon, but I thought, might have been Alex, I don't know which one of them was talking about kind of a prestige system. What's that about, brother? Oh, I don't even know what I'm wearing. What you got? You got any spice? Got that. I got spicy boots. It's probably like a small, isn't it? If the cloud went away that fast, it's a small, isn't it? Why bother? I would almost rather pick up, there's another bun out there. I don't even know what compactor I'm carrying on me right now. I don't think I was close enough to the edge, was I? There's activity out here. I haven't heard people talking out here in a while. Come on. With the mouse. What's up, mousey? Did I put that in there? I did. I don't think I'm going to get much out of here, am I? I thought I put that. Okay, I was having all sorts of problems there. There we go. Thank you. I thought I already had some spice in there, so I'll take a little bit of that. Yeah, I'm glad they do it. I'm glad they do those dev updates. I wish more studios would do it. I know other ones do it, but I've been really happy with theirs. I mean, since long before the game was even launched, right? You know? I haven't even looked around at the map out here this week to find out what's here. Area needs surveying. Doesn't need surveying that badly. Well, I do like the fact that they did the dev update and then they talked about the PTC tomorrow. You know, we're not waiting 2 weeks for that to happen either, so that's a pretty quick turnaround. And I think they've been pretty quick on, you know, once they put things, unless something goes wrong, and, you know, once they put it out in the PTC, they give people a pretty good time to play with it. And, you know, it's the holidays, you know, we'll be just past the new year. Hey, Stormhawk, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Did you catch the developer update? Were you here for it, or did you just join in now? I won't review it all. I'll just say there's not much. If you were looking for PvP updates, not much. PvE, tons. Soon, hopefully. so slow. Well, it does feel like there's more activity out here than I've seen in a while. It's not a lot. I mean, there's some, but there's, you know, the fact that we popped, I mean, I guess the fact that, you know, they just finished up their update, having some people out here chatting doesn't seem like that's that surprising. But I mean, it's like a Thursday afternoon. There was a time, like every time I came out here, there was constant chat in the deep desert, and it's just not so much anymore. Well, I mean, that and the fact that it's been really easy to go out and just grab spice in the lower half. Like, you know, it used to be there were so many bases out here all the time that... Am I even in an exit? I'm in an exit. There were so many bases out here that as soon as something would explode, it'd be picked up. And I've been out here like... I've been out here clearing out, you know, like entire mediums without having to go into the top half even. So, see you, Henry. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go down here. So the Haga Basin map that they showed looked different. It had like, you know, it was all built up around here. Not that it matters. It's just, you know, they're changing that color. And the words Haga Basin, they had a drop shadow. There's some real improvements. Kidding. Let's hope I don't run into a storm. They're going to fix that too, so you'll be able to jump into the map and not have a storm. Or they'll warn you if there's a storm where you're going to come in. That was always kind of annoying. Only slightly more annoying is, you know, jumping into the map and finding out that, ooh, there's a sandworm right in front of you. Do we have a base down here? We have a base down here, don't we? I think it's over here. I think we have like a jasmium mining base over here. I just want to check the fuel on it. I'm just topping everything off, and I think, you know, we kicked past the 3-hour mark, so if you've been here for the Twitch drops, you should. I think the Twitch drops were 3 hours. There's always more. Hey, somebody built a nice base out here. It's a little more involved. So I gotta take care of taxes too. Taxes. We have here, so yep. Okay, these are pretty close. I've been keeping these guys up to date. Oh, there's one more base up north. Dude, I forgot. That's one of the guild bases. I need to go check on his base. I think it's that one right there, 6,200 clicks away. Is that radiation? I don't have a radiation suit on, so. Oh, there's a storm coming. You know what? You know what we're doing? We're gonna go pay taxes. There's a storm on the way. It's probably north of us. Plus, I don't want to be irradiated. I'll come back in and look at that later. I'll get those other bases in a minute. Please do. I should have done that a minute ago. More water. No. Let's go down here. Enjoy the final days of the empty map. Someday it's just going to be packed with content. Someday soon. It's all good. I didn't check the lands red. I don't even remember if we won last week. I think I was in farming a little bit of credits. Yeah, it's worth it's worth keeping in mind. Like they pointed out at the end, this game's only been out 6 months or so, right? So give it a full year and see where it goes. Loading screen time's taking a while. I don't remember this taking up. Yeah, man. Look at those old, boring building parts. We're going to have so many new exciting parts these days. Atreides. Let's take a look at this real quickly. Okay, we have tool vendor. I'll look at this stuff later. Scavengers. Durable. Be some stuff you can throw some things at. I saw one the other day that was like, blade. It was, I had hundreds or I had like 500 to 1,000 of them. It was real easy to turn in for the full credit. Scout. This one would be pretty easy. You build enough ornithopters. What would you get? Kynes Cutteray. I probably don't have a lot of steel dust. Yeah, none of those are exciting. None of those are that exciting. Me in my cheap still suit. Let me go pay my taxes. And then check out the tool vendor. I do try to, I try to make sure I log in, not just for fuel, but for those items, even if I don't have time to really grind on the game. Could you walk farther?
You again?
I'd like to pay my taxes. Yeah, I'll take care of them. We got everybody. Everybody's taxes paid. Everybody else has moved their bases to tiny bases. I don't think Ripper wants to give up his base. It's a nostalgia thing. If he's still here, he's not here right now, but I will say when I tore my full site or my original big base down, I did have a moment where I'm like, oh, this is the thing that I built early on. The first time I made it up here, and I got over it.
House Atreides welcomes trade with
What you
those
got?
favored by the...
What do you have? I'll take a compact, please. I don't really want the rest of those. I like the compactors. Is that what I'm carrying right now? Yeah, I'm carrying the cheap one with me right now. I have a good one. I keep a good one with me. I don't know why I wasn't using it earlier. What's up with you, man? Doesn't look interested. Let me go take care of the rest of the fuel. Make sure everybody's in good shape. Your first Pico Tower is still up and empty? Yeah. I try to remind myself, it's a game, but, you put time in, and you're like... I do feel like the later bases are much more deliberate. Like I knew nothing when I first built that base. I mean, like I built 2 or 3 bases down south, right? There's a guy up near us that's got that giant water tower. No, don't go in here. Oh, do I want to go inside? No, let's go up here. I think this will take me in. Should I go check the fuel on your base? I was going to go check the fuel on your base, Ripper. Have you checked it in a while? I'm going to go fuel up Jarf's base. It's a small one. Gotta find it. Oh man, I'm way up here. That's a weird place. I don't come in here very often. Then I'll fly down to yours. South. Where am I going? Right there. I'm close to this one. Spronkles. Yeah, that's the guy. Spronkles. I remember that. There was some huge drama. Like, he gives away water or something, right? And, like, somebody was, like, in chat for, like, 30 minutes talking about how he ripped him off somehow. Like, I have no idea. How could the water guy have ripped you off? But, you know, it's drama. Where there are humans, there's drama. What are we doing here? I think this base is pretty much... Then I'm not going to run down to yours. I'm just going to check this one. So we got 20 days on all of them. He was done, and then he was going to take his base down when they dropped that new tool. And then he said he's going to give it to me. So I've got my alt is in here. I have an alt character in a different account. And he put all this, I literally put like all these boxes belong to my alt. So I moved everything. I killed his base. He had this ridiculous sprawling base, and I wasn't playing him. I had him on another account. I don't even know why I have a second account. Oh, I have the second account because my alt on the public servers is my main on the private server. Yeah, there's plenty of... I've got tons of fuel over here. So I still do have the private server, and I do like it. There's nobody on that. Even once they get all this base moving stuff together, I don't know what they're going to do on the private servers. Because if you ever stop paying for them, you're kind of gone, I think. But if you want your own private environment where nobody messes with you, and I don't think they're going to make any progress toward... Hold on a second here. I would love to see them allow you to pack up your base and all your gear on a private server and then be able to store that somewhere. They'll never let you take what you get on a private server, I think, into a public server because there's just, I think there's too many ways to abuse that, but if you could take it from one private server to another, that'd be kind of cool. So you could consolidate it. So let's say you and you meet some people who have a private server and you have a private server and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to consolidate and pool our resources. If you're with the same hosting company, at least you should be able to combine those and join each other. But who knows? They may not want to do that. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I forgot there's a tiny amount. There's a tiny amount of spice in there. I don't think we had that much over here. We were using it up. Here, take that. Yeah, I can process like one, can't I? Yeah. That's better than nothing. Better than a poke in the eye. What did we do over here? Low grade lubricant, 700. I'll make 400 of those. Or at least get them started. And I think that's a bunch of residue. I may have used up all the rest of that, so. Yeah, the first time I met Spronkle, like I was out there in a deep desert base. I just, it was like our base for the week. And he landed nearby and was just walking around outside my pentashield, and he was like, I don't know, he was just spouting gibberish. Like it wasn't even phrases or questions. He was just making noises. Like, dude, you're special, aren't you? I'm not complaining. He was friendly. He wasn't hostile. He was just weird. So Well, I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up here. I got past 3 hours. I was trying to get the Twitch drops in and through here. I'm not sure what the next one I'm on the stream is. I might shift back over to Fallout 76 for a little while. There's some stuff in there that I want to do. I just started up the game around the time that the day before the first episode of season 2 dropped, and that was kind of fun. And the game's kind of interesting. It's interesting to kind of be back in a Bethesda game. Still anxious. So many rumors around Starfield and some of these other games that are out there. So many things to play. It looks like 2026 is going to be great. So thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate you hanging out. If you haven't had a chance to, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. If you're not already following, please follow. Like, share, all that other good stuff. There is a Discord in the description on the YouTube channel. It's probably on the Twitch channel as well. Feel free to jump in there and say hi. If you're interested in playing on this one, and I think Pico, we talked about this, gosh, it seems like ages ago, getting you set up over here in the guild. My bad on that. I completely dropped off I didn't drop off the face of the planet. I flew to the other side of the planet and then got extremely distracted. So I'm hoping to get back on a regular schedule. I don't know whether it's going to be morning streams or afternoon streams or some combination of streams. It all depends on what I can do with some of my outside consulting clients and things like that. And we're trying to get those guys all lined up for 2026 as well. So right now those are still paying the bills, which is good. So thanks so much for being here. This is Kineer, and I'm out of here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.